Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing. What's going on, people? It's your boy Sal back into the building. Back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Move some things into the living room. All right, so no background today. No background today. Got some things going on with the flooring, getting some carpet, replacing my bedroom. So you guys will be joining me from my living room today. And let me get this straightened out here real quick. All right, so with that being said, this show today is brought to you guys by the good people over at Equity Feed. Shout out to the people over at Equity Feed hooking me up. And we're going to be using Equity Feed a lot on the show. With that being said, man, we started off the week, with a Muslim ban. We woke up today and, this weekend, because it started this weekend, finding out people from Iraq and Iran and Syria and Sudan and people running away from terrorism aren't going to be allowed in our country anymore. Breaking away against almost 200-year tradition of being a country that accepts people who run away from terror because we're the protectors of the world. So really interesting to see this reversal coming out of the Trump White House. With that being said, who was in the building? Bo Vash, Q DeMaio, Bruce Cole. What's going on, Bruce Cole? Joe Flores, hello. Bo Vash. What's going on, everybody? T Stout, Ralph Reynoldson, Money Stay Woke, Cali Girl, Max Trader, Cali 817, Donzel Essex, Jeff 00, Jeff Thayer, Lawrence Kane. What's going on? People slowly coming into the chat room. I appreciate you guys joining me today on the show. As we can see here, this was the biggest gainer on the market today. QSIM, biggest gainer on the market today. This stock really came out of nowhere. Before we start looking at the other ones, I want to touch briefly on this because, this is a stock, QSIM, that really had nothing going for it. This is a company, and I did some research on it today, has about $700 in assets, right? It reported cash of about $700 back in September. Earnings of about $27,000. All right. But it showed up out of nowhere with a huge gain today. And put it on a 5-minute chart so you can really see what happened today. And this is basically the day today in QSIM. The stock really opened up high and really never let go. And I'm trying to find out who the promoter of this was, because obviously, this came out of somebody's promotion. And as I look, I don't see any QSIM being brought up besides this email all the way back on that came out last night from a website called promotionstocks.com. It was in my inbox. It came out in my inbox yesterday. It was a promotionstocks.com in association with pennystocks.buzz. And they sent out an email of several stocks, many of them stocks that we discuss here on the show, and one of them happened to be QSIM. Now, among their list of stocks, there are many other stocks. And again, if you want me to send you this email, I'm more than happy to forward it to you. Send me an email, happypennystocks@gmail.com. I'll forward it to you. All right, it's a list of several stocks and why they think they're going to run. QSIM was one of them. And interestingly enough, I don't know if because these guys have a great list or not, But many of the stocks on this email did run today. All right, QSIM was one of them. They listed saying that they believe that they put the ticker on watch for a possible bounce move into the morning session because they offered a bounce into the 003s. All right. So interesting that the stock would run because it's one of the, ones that's listed on the email, and sure enough, it ran. Sure enough, yeah, that's QSIM right there on the chart right there. Got an early caller here, starting things off. 818, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, so a question I had was that how the name of the episode is called Penny Stock Struggle on Muslim Ban. So how do you think the Muslim restrictions will affect penny stocks?
Well, real quick, basically what happens is that, the market as a total was rubbed off the wrong way a little bit, by this whole news of the Muslim ban. And, I don't foresee it having a long-term effect, but, the market reacts to what this presidency does because, again, presidents like Trump, who have these almost fascist type ideals, they affect the market because their views are so extreme. So what you had today was just profit taking, right? So you've got individuals who want to stay ahead of any kind of reverse or pullback in the overall general market by taking profits. And that's basically what happened today. You had individuals taking profits in the market. So I don't foresee a long-term, I hope anyway, not a long-term decline because of this news, but just some profit taken today and stocks slumped because of it. And it was due to, we saw the slump really in banking today. In fact, if I switch over to my equity feed view here, as you can see, this were the biggest gainers today on the stock market. But let's go take a look at the banking sector, and that's kind of where we saw, the losses were in banking. Banking was the reason that held, the market back today. We saw several big names pull back on their gains. So that's kind of what happened today on that front. So when you ask me how was the market affected, that's how it was affected. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man. All right, so going back, to the chart there, ladies and gentlemen, QSIM, big gain today. But, again, do your research on this one, folks. Do your research on this one because this one is not, one that you want to play long term. Very low float. Yes, Bovash, very low float. But, okay, Bovash, do you think this can continue running? We haven't even gotten started yet on Dries. Shout out to Dries for coming back, man. Dries was the comeback kid today. You want to talk about the comeback kid? That was Dries today, man. Shout out to Dries, DRYS. Let's look at Dries real quick. And Dries, the comeback kid of the market today. You want to talk about, negative. Look at Dries. Dries was basically shitting on itself for the last 2.5 weeks. And all of a sudden today, Dries just comes out of nowhere and really just, catches some people slipping. The stock really caught a lot of people slipping today. When we talk about Dries and zoom in here a little bit, as you can see here, huge momentum in the morning. Caught some people off guard as some people who decided to cover into this, huge momentum in the morning. Now it pulled back, which was kind of scary. It was a really strong pullback as it started to move up higher. It crossed over the 20-day moving average. 4 and 8 caught and saw the moving downwards. Eventually caught some momentum down at the 210, 211. Eventually, ending up at 245. So you had some people who had caught this late. And were able to still make some profit on DRYS. All right, and still able to make some profit on DRYS. Now, when I bring this stock up, what I want to know is, do you guys believe this could be a multiple day runner? That's what I want to know. I want to know if the 500 shares that I have in this are going to gain money tomorrow. That's what I need you guys to tell me. We know that drives can run multiple days. Hello, Coralie. Saw Coralie join us in the chat room. We know that drives can be a multiple day winner for us. You know, will it run to $100 again? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Are we up after hours on drives? Let me see here. I believe I don't have any doubt that there will be some after hours excitement on drives because again we know how this stock can run. And as we said, when they did the stock split, what is that? Almost a week ago now. Damn, we're up at 335 after hours. Hold on. Is this right? We closed at 246. We're at 335 now. All right, we're going to get back to this one. 772, is this Treasure Hunter?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is. What's up, Sal?
Hey, what's going on with you, man? How was your trading day today?
Oh man. Well, let me see. PULM. Woke up and the bitch was in the red, and I was like, man, fuck this. I wasn't even gonna hang around and see will it blow back up. So I just cashed out ASAP first thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was trying to make some money back, and I noticed you was mentioning a while ago about, drives in the market, and they're going to let it go so low for it blows back up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was noticing it was going kind of crazy and shit. So it blowed up, it dropped down, and when they did a little dip down, you said in the middle, and it was coming back up. I caught it back at, I think, 225 or some shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
And then during the day, it was doing those sideways action crap. I was like, oh, man, I'm going to cash out that bitch, after, first thing in the morning. And then after hours, I'm looking at my account, and it's just like, going up like a slot machine. I'm like, oh, shit, here it is. It's going to blow again. So I was wondering, so drives, I see tops, I see SPU, they all kind of trying to pick their head up after hours, but I don't know about multiple days runner.
Yeah, I don't see a multiple day runner. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know what can happen, but yes, when I saw drives running, my first instinct was to look at other stocks that could possibly run. Tops was down.
A regular.
GLBS was down huge. DCIX, off the top of my head, I'm going off the top of my head of these other shipping companies. They were all in the red. So if we see another awesome day tomorrow in drives, could we see another stock possibly wake up? I don't know. I don't know. But drives, as we can see, it's up after hours pretty aggressively. But somebody's saying drives hit 370, 380-ish after hours, so that's really interesting to see.
It did. Then it dropped down a little bit. I thought it was going to hit $4, bro.
Yeah. We'll see what happens tomorrow because, again, tomorrow's another day, and drives, you got to be very careful because I do believe there's going to be a huge morning run-up. We'll have to see if the momentum is still there after the first 30 minutes and people still want those, higher price shares, and we'll see. Hopefully there's no strong pullback, to the downside.
Yeah, but I like the market was down. Well, I don't like it the market was down, but, it is like multiple good runners when it was down. And I was like, man, it's the market down and, drives like still blowing up. I was going to say, hopefully. Oh, hey, do you got any shares in you bought any piece of that or what?
Yes, I'm definitely in drives right now because, again, this is a stock, that looking.
We know what it did.
Yeah, right. You already know what it can do, and again, looking at the chart and how bearish it's been for so many days, I did expect a very strong. I'm actually kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big gain, but I'm actually disappointed because I expected even a bigger day for drives when I saw that move. We failed to break out of the day's high. The day's high was 265. We tried to get there and failed it towards the end of the day. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We're already on after hours above the day's high. So we'll see if we can maintain that tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you remember how drives started out at? It was real slow and creepy up, creepy up. and then before you know, everybody caught on to it, and it just exploded. So hopefully, this would be the bottom, and we got in for the low, and it'll blow up. You know,
We'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see.
Yep. But you know, if it is in the red, we're gonna cash out. But that's all we're gonna see, man.
Appreciate it.
And
Thanks for the call.
yeah, man, keep up the good work. So.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
You got
So
it, bro.
yeah, appreciate the call, Treasure Hunter. Appreciate the call. Thank you for that. And you know, look, it was a big day today. It was a big day today for that stock, and you know, we'll see what happens with Dries moving forward. But you know, at the end of the day, that stock still has a lot it needs to do. Still has a lot it needs to do, but you know, Dries doing its thing today. All right. Somebody brought up SGBY. What did SGBY do today? I didn't see SGBY. Oh, man. Okay. That was a mover today on SGBY. I think we got Mr. Lloyd in the house tonight. Mr. Lloyd, what's going on with you, sir?
Man, let me hurry up and call in because I know it's going to be a point to where you're going to need like a receptionist to answer all these damn calls. So
It's flowing. It's flowing in here. Appreciate you for calling me, man.
Oh, man. So I don't have a stock, but I got a lesson for those new guys out there. You know, so I put my new plan out live today for my weekly games.
Okay.
And so I placed a trade this morning. I was up $230 within when I got to work. So it took me an hour to get up to that point, and I realized I couldn't sell because I ran out of day trades trying to fucking play around with Tesla on Friday. So now I'm 100 in the hole, and so if you guys are, you know, if you guys are day trading or you just got, if you guys are gonna have that 25,000, you got to pay attention to how many trades you're doing because shit, I could have had $230 a day, and now I'm down $100. And I bought a SPX, by the way.
Okay.
So I'm hoping. I mean, I'm not gonna
calls
hope,
or
man.
puts? I'm guessing they were puts.
Yeah. So I bought a spread.
Oh, okay.
So I was betting that the stock went down. And look at that! You gonna show me a bullet ass chart?
Yeah, that was. Oh, all right, okay. All
Is
right.
that what time frame is that?
Let me see. This is a 5-minute chart.
Well, it was so when it took that gap down this morning, I went ahead and took advantage of that. And of course, you know, Trump acting a damn fool, and the VIX was rising. I said, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
We're going for it. So I could have took my 230, but you know, would have been worth to tying up, you know, a large amount of capital for a day trade, you know. So here it is. I'm holding the bag for tomorrow.
Well, I think you still might be. You probably could see yourself tomorrow. I mean, the futures were still down in the futures, so we could have another red day tomorrow. You know, we're below 20,000 right now. I mean, this is just that's not the news the market wanted to open up the week with. You know, people decided to take some profits. They want to stay ahead of any kind of pullback in the market as a whole. So I think we can probably see another red day for the overall market tomorrow.
And the problem is that I bought the 2-day option, so it expires tomorrow. So I'm gonna get out of there as soon as I can with the first little profits I get, man. But you know, I'm up here trading like I'm fucking gun ho, and I say, oh shit, I've got $25,000 up in here, so I better take my time and let those day trades build up because you never know when you might need to pull out.
Yes, sir.
So that was a mistake on my part. So, well, other than that, man, I mean, I posted that trade in there, even though I didn't take the profits. But man, it's nice to be able to know that you can make the amount of money within that period of time. Now, every time I make some fucking money, I'm always losing the shit, owing some technicalities. And so here's another stupid technicality about this damn day trade, you know, PDT. So
yeah.
And I'm glad TD, you know, lets you know of this stuff. I mean, hell, I mean, you know, so you know before you get yourself in the bind.
All right.
Was it 90 days that you get locked out for?
Yep. Yeah, that's 90 days, and then 90 days no trading. Basically, you can't do anything but take your money out. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy, man. And I don't know if you saw the SPY calls today on SPY, the SPY puts. Man, those
Oh,
things.
yeah, yeah.
I posted that, in on Twitter. SPY puts, man, they got almost 240% gain today on the market for SPY puts, and I didn't play that, but I was just looking at like, man, this is crazy. The
So you
market just
think this
really
is
didn't
getting ready to
expect it.
fall, huh?
Yeah, I mean, those are the puts right there. I missed it myself, but 240% gained on some of those out of the money calls on SPY.
They must know something we don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what's your president doing over here, man? What is he doing to this
Man,
market?
look. I'm with him when it comes to this economy, but all this other crap, this is just ridiculous, you know. And I wanted to go in on Friday, but I had this whole deal with equity fee going on. I needed the for the ink to dry for me to really go in on Trump, because this is just crazy. This is just really crazy.
Right.
The fact that we're banning these people who are running away from terrorism. These are not terrorists who are coming. These are people who are victims of terrorism, and they're trying to come here for safe harbor, and we're telling them not to come here. And here's the thing: their excuse is that we're protecting ourselves from terrorism, but none of the countries that are on the ban list have ever had a citizen come here and commit any kind of act of terrorism. That's
Right,
not one of the countries that is on that ban list has had a terrorist citizen come here and commit any kind of terrorism.
Right.
Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Dubai, all those countries that should be on the list because have had citizens commit acts of terrorism all over the world. They're not on the list. So,
Right.
this was an unnecessary move. And again, this is what happens when you take advice from people who have, other, sad, pathetic agendas instead of the agenda of moving America forward. You know what I mean? We elected you, we voted for you for business. Please stick to the business. Stick to the money.
Right.
All this other crap. Let the people who know how to take care of terrorism take care of it. That's my issue with that.
And this really impacts our men and women in service. I mean, I saw some comments back in the chat room that's like, oh, we love Trump. But you got to understand is that if we was over in Iraq, we'd probably get blown up because of the shit that he's doing. So, I don't think it's really helping, build relationships. I really feel like it's segregating. I mean, like I told you in the summertime, man, I feel like we're heading back to Jim Crow. So,
man, here's my thing, because there are two sides of the issue here. Because I spoke to a pastor today who said this is a blessing from God. He literally called it a blessing from God. And here's his explanation. He's saying these people that come from Iraq, Iran, Syria, they come to the hood and they exploit black people. You know what I mean? They come to the hood. The first thing they want to do is open up a liquor store, a strip club, a smoke shop, a cell phone, rip-off cell phone service shop with their old phones and all this other crap. So he thinks, Trump is doing the right thing. He's saving the hood by keeping some of these Muslims out. And to an extent, I sort of kind of agree with them because, let's be honest. Some of these people from they're some of the biggest racists. You want to talk about racists in America? Nobody's more racist than some of these Iranians, Iraqis, and Syrians. They treat black people in their country like shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about some countries that still practice slavery, I mean institutional slavery, these are Muslim countries. These are the countries that practice a so-called religion of peace. Let's be honest with it. So
Right.
I'm 50-50 on this. I'm 50-50 against it and 50-50 for it, because at the end of the day, when black people were being shot in the streets, none of these Muslim, they weren't marching with us. They weren't cutting no
Right.
checks for us. So don't come here now that Trump is giving you that work and now you want to tweet, Dr. King quotes. Get the fuck out of here, man. With that bullshit. So I don't feel sorry for him. My thing is I just want Trump to get back to the business. But fuck these, fuck what they dealing with. I don't give a fuck about none of these people from Iran or Iran. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all because y'all don't give a fuck about black people. So that's my thing on that.
What's up with that? So I see you got a leopard print couch back there. What's going on, man?
Nah, man, it's a little flower, little sofa thing, man.
I look like a leopard print from back here. You sure ain't no leopard print?
Nah. It's a flower print. It's a good look, man. It's a good look in here, so it's a nice little thing.
Okay. What's up? You didn't want to put the background up today, or what?
Yeah, man. I actually moved the system in the living room, so I'm in my living room now. I'm trying to get my carpet.
You want everybody to see that motherfucker. Here, go ahead and take a picture of it.
It is what it is. I was like, man, I ain't got time for all that. So I'm getting the carpet redone in the actually steam clean tomorrow.
Right.
So yeah, that's what it is.
Well, let's hope for the best, man. I'm hoping that this shit goes down tomorrow, but the way you got that chart up, man, it looks bullish as shit, especially the way it's moving up. The momentum is moving up on that Bollinger Band.
Yeah.
I may have to close it out for a loss.
Yeah, it's tightening up, man. It is tightening up, but I mean, I don't know. It could top off and come right back down. The 5 days were already showing a bit of a pullback starting off. To begin with, as we look back at the 25th through the 27th of last week, we already saw the slope downward. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But again, futures are down right now. So the market, if we were to open today, right now, we'd still be down. So we'll see if that holds over. Throughout the night.
So the futures has a big impact on the SPX?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. If I see the futures down significantly pre-market, I already know we're going to have a red day. And you can read up about how the futures determines what the market opens. But I can almost assure you, and I know we got some more experienced traders listening to me right now, that when the futures are down, especially if it's significantly down, several points, 5 points plus, you can almost assure yourself that you're going to have a red day for the market. If it's up 5 points plus, then you can almost assure yourself you're going to be having a green day for the market.
And just for clarification, man, I mean, I've definitely been talking about options like, it's a new up-and-coming thing, man, but I've learned today, as far as some of the risk, if being assigned stocks, mm-hmm. and the reality kicked in for me, like, hell, I can end up with $10,000 or $100,000 of Amazon stock in my account when I don't want it, and it's just, even though the risk says the most you can lose is $500, you can actually have your whole contract's assigned to you if it goes too far out of the money, and I didn't know that. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I'm a little nervous now.
Well, I mean,
I gotta do a little research.
That's if you got the cash for it, though. You got to have the cash for it. For your broker to have to actually, fulfill you that way. You got to have the contract. The cash for it.
From what I've heard today, man, they could just assign you that shit if somebody wants to exercise it, and it's that far out of the money. Now I don't know enough about it just yet, man. But it sent me into a scare because of they call it pin risk, and so I haven't really done a lot of research on it. But it's a possibility that you can get shares assigned to you. So I want to make sure that I'm, like I said, I'm clear with everybody that, yeah, I am making money. However, I need to get a better understanding of how the risk is involved in this, because even though it's saying that I'm risking $200 or $300, from what I'm learning is that I can be losing a lot more if the stock is like stuck somewhere. So it was a wake up call for me today. So. But anyways, man, I ain't gonna hold up the whole show. You got 10,000 people watching, so we'll chat it up tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, so shout out to Mr. Lloyd. Always a great call, Mr. Lloyd, man. Appreciate you. Giving one of DJ Cruz's bombs for him. Give one more, sir. Yes, indeed. Appreciate the call. Appreciate all my callers. Amazon was down today, almost 5 points. Amazon was down almost 5 points today on the news. I actually didn't like that. Real ugly on those calls on Amazon today. Real ugly on those calls. Yeah. We're going to talk about that, Bovash. Aeropostale. Shout out to Aeropostale coming back alive today. 347, you're on the air. What's up?
So, what's good, Jamal?
Hey, Jamal, how are you, man?
Chilling, man. Had to call in and say what's up.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I was calling up because of a couple of stocks
Okay.
that I wanted to talk to you about. Some that I chatted with you about last week.
Mm-hmm.
One was TXTM.
Yeah, TXTM, one of the biggest gainers on the market today. I
I don't
believe
know
it
where this
was
came from.
TXTM, Protect Solutions. And if we go again back to, let me see here, my equity feed link. And if I can believe, TXTM was number 2 with a 111% gain on the day. One day.
Yeah,
111% gain, and which was really interesting because this had some serious volume here. I'm looking at $1.4 million into this
record
stock
value.
today. So this was some serious movement by TXTM. Now I got to ask you something, Jamal. Were you in this? Did you benefit from these gains today?
No, man, I was not in this. This actually surprised the hell out of me. I was basically working on some other stocks, and I was also in ISBG.
Okay.
So I was maintaining on that. And out of the corner of my eye on my watch list, I saw when it opened because, date back to Friday. Friday, it was like it went down and bounced at 0010 and climbed up to 0021. And I was looking at it like, this is going to fall back. And I never even paid attention to it until I was so focused on that one stock, and I looked, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is at 0029. And I didn't take it seriously because I was searching for news, and I was like, I don't know what's up with the stock.
Yeah.
And the damn thing got up to 0048.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's
kicking
crazy.
myself.
I mean, this is a stock that's up over 300% since the 26th. 300% since Thursday, my man. I mean, that's insane. Gain for the stock, and can it go higher? We'll see if it can maintain that kind of money flow. TXTM, huge profit for somebody who was in the stock, though.
Yeah, I mean, I found it on last week Thursday because it looked like it was doing something. There was a lot of volume in the stock. There was a lot of share volume going into the stock, but it wasn't any news, so I didn't really, out to 0014. I didn't really take it seriously. And then this thing just took off. So there's another stock I want to bring to your attention because I'm for this month I'm heavy into the sub-penny stocks.
Yes, indeed.
And right now it's where's this guy at? NYXO.
NYXO. Nixio Technologies Corp. So it was up almost 66% today. This is the 5-day chart here on your screen. NYXO. Let's. Now this one has. All right, so it's already been tagged. The skull and crossbones here on OTC markets.
So here's the deal with this. They've been releasing news since last week saying, "Hey, company will be in communication with OTC this Monday."
Okay.
So today they said the company has been in contact with the Secretary of State of Nevada in regards to reinstatement. An hour later, they say, received email. We have to create a brand new account with the OTC. We're in the process of completing that. So I don't know where this is going to go, but it seems to be, quote unquote, some smart money jumping in and trying to see if this thing could, if they're going to reinstate themselves current or whatever with the pink sheets.
Yeah, the market right now, the stock right now at 0010. I mean, would you say it's safe to go in? I mean, because right now, skull and crossbones, I mean, you can still get halted right now. I see there hasn't been an official corporate filing since February 16th of 2016. Before that, it was almost a year, April 6th of 2015. And the article that came out, the report that came out on the 6th, on February, in February was just a 13G filing.
It's a
which
dangerous stock to take a look at. I totally agree, but I want to see what other news they're going to be doing because I guess they get involved with the last news they had was 2 years ago in March, talking about how they're going to be hosting the South by Southwest R&B female performances.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to look into exactly what more. I think they do some type of mobile apps as well. So with them trying to get reinstated, I would, definitely put this on the watch list just to see, what they're doing. They had a lot of volume today. I think in terms of sub penny stock, this is up there in terms of volume behind TXTM and ISBG. But this is definitely something I'm going to keep on my radar.
Yeah.
Because this had a bounce from 003 to 00. Well, I think it was 003 to 0010.
Yeah, actually, 001. I mean, if you want to go back that far, I mean, I can see back here December 13th, we were at 001, 0001, excuse me, 0001. We were 0001, and now we're at 0010. So, I mean, huge move already for a lot of people who are in the stock. And again, and that's why I preach about getting into these stocks early when they're not doing anything at all and having a little patience, sitting down $100 aside on a stock that's, ran before. This one kind of came out of nowhere because, again, it's been dormant for so long. It's out of compliance. So this is actually something that was planned by somebody that probably is doing a promotion. But yeah, we'll see if they can get, if they can get in compliance, kind of like a USEI type of stock where they can become in compliant again, then yeah, we'll see some money come in and that start moving the stock.
Right. I also want to bring people's attention back to the IS, I think BG stock, where this thing, it might be another TXTM where it takes off tomorrow. I got out around 0015 because it was just hovering around 14. I was like, I got to take my profits. And it broke again and got up to 20. It closed very well at the end of the day. There's a strong possibility that this thing might drop back down into 0016, 0017, and bounce back up and hit that 0023 mark that I think is its next big resistance. So this is a company that promotes. It's got, I think it's tequila, and been heavy in promotion, a lot of rap videos. They've got a lot of celebrities. They're trying to put this in terms of rap celebrities. They're trying to put this in their hands, in their videos, and they're trying to connect with that market. So they're going in heavy with that, and they're still having a bunch of breaking news regarding buying back some of their shares. So I'm waiting for that news to break. There have been hints about that through the message board. So that's a stock for everyone to keep an eye on.
Appreciate it. Thanks you for the call, man.
No worries. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you. So shout out to Jamal. He bringing up TXTM and then ISBG. ISBG is the International Spirit and Beverage. That was a big gainer today as well. 73% gained on that stock today. That's another stock that's actually up 100% plus on the last 3 trading days. By the way, I saw a lot of people bring up RGSE, Real Goods. Real Goods was a stock that ran not too long ago, reverse split, and sure enough ran again today. Had a huge move way outside the bands. Should have shorted this. Wasn't even really watching this stock. Should have watched it pre-market, but I didn't even know if it ran or got that aggressive pre-market. But RGSE held its gains, closing just below the 20-day moving average to a high of 459. The actual high for the day was 585, excuse me. So 5 million shares traded on RGSE today. And I'm not sure on what news that ran on. Maybe just, again, a stock that had been beat up, for multiple days. Sure enough, find some momentum. All right, very similar to Dries today in RGSE. Very, very similar to Dries, but this has a prettier looking chart. This one had a prettier looking chart, RGSE. And I did see, Rosa, that Wonderport. Wonderport is a stock I wrote an article on a long time ago. Here that runs. You're on the air.
Yes, sir. What's happening, man?
Hey, Sinclair, what's going on with you, man?
Good, man. I want to share my thoughts on a couple of things, man. First, because I look at your show like a finance show.
Yeah.
Okay? So I remember we said we was going to talk about a couple of finance. So I want to drop a couple of jewels off to a couple of cats in the room that might not have what I'm about to say. Get some life insurance, all right, while you're young, especially if you got kids. Get $1 million life insurance policy or get a $2 million life insurance policy, and if something happens to you, put it inside of a trust for your kids to live off the interest. That's first things first. Because I look at it like the reason why a lot of people are going through what they're going through in life right now is because of the money issue.
Yes.
As far as the stock I've been looking at MUX. I've been looking at MUX. I think that it's bottom. I think it's about to come back up. If gold can get back up over, that 12 mark.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I only play stocks for like 30 cents when they're that cheap. For the money that I put on it, I'm cool with 30 cents. And I want to throw that out there. And I wanted to say, as far as Trump go, I can't really roll with him now.
Yeah.
Because the main problem that I had with Trump when he exposed himself, when you grow up and they say you are who you hang around.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody said that, man. He hired that dude here to security, man.
Yeah.
Then Stephen.
Yeah, Steve O'Bannon or Steve O'Bannon.
Yeah, he's a known racist.
Yeah.
He wrote a book on white supremacy. So after he chose him, it let me know where he was at with it. It let me know he really didn't give a damn how black men thought about it. And then he said he was going to take the army and put them over there in Chicago. Whose idea was that? Was it his boy's idea because he's the head of security?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, just let's go over there. The cops don't give a fuck about it. Let's go over there and just blow these niggas up.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, Sinclair, because I got a question for you on that one. And I don't want to turn this into a Friday show because at the end of the day, we're still talking about stocks here and money.
Right. I can do that with you Friday.
But the thing about Chicago is that I think it's sad that if the white man got to send in soldiers to control you from killing yourself. He don't
though. What happened to the schools he was talking about? What happened to the jobs he was talking about? Why is he not talking about soldiers?
Mm-hmm.
But he hanging around a white supremacist, a white dude that wrote a white supremacy book. So it had to be his idea because if I put you in charge of how to handle the security, and if you say, man, fuck the schools, fuck the books, let's just send some soldiers over there to get on the line and blow their asses up.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't, and I want to put this out there too because it is what it is, man. I mean, Trump. Like I said at the beginning, he shouldn't have even got into politics, and I would have liked him better because he's a real estate dude and I'm a real estate dude.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to it, man, Trump. It is what it is. You are who you hang around. You know what I'm saying, Sal? I ain't trying to take
No. I'm with you 100%. I think he's a horrible person. Not personally, he's a horrible person. I would never let him around anybody in my family. Man cheats on his wife. He named his son Barron. He's a horrible. If you want to talk about selfish, he's a horrible person. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't fuck with a dude like that. And you know the thing about it? Let's put it like this right here. Will Martin Luther King be marching with him?
Hell no, of course not.
If Martin Luther King is a symbol of what America's supposed to be about, if you can't say yes, then I can't roll with him as a black man. I can't roll with him. If he's going to hire a white, that'll be like me hiring Jim Crow's son. How many white men you know that will vote for me if they know that I hire Jim Crow's son?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that black people sometimes have a hard time loving themselves, but those are our internal affairs. If you get smart with your mom, Sal, I'm going to sit right there and I'm going to say, okay, Sal, you ready to go? I'm not going to get smart at your mom. So whatever black people got going on, that's between us. Let us handle our internal affairs. If you want to help us out, give us some of what you took from us. Mm-hmm. Don't send the art in on us like that. We done went through dogs. And I will tell you something, and I'm going to say this about the Muslims. They have never caused hell on a black man like these so-called white Christians. Because the truth don't need no kickstand. They have never raped our sisters, took our identity, than none of that shit like these so-called Christians. So if we're going to sit up here and have a problem with Christians, we need to think about the Muslims, we need to think about Pearl Harbor. And we need to shut down every Chinese restaurant that's seen as cats and dogs. We need to just pray. But, Chinese people got money, so now you fucking with the money. Jewish people don't even believe in Jesus.
Right.
But they don't fuck with the Jewish people because they know they got money. So they want to go fucking with the weak. Go and fuck with the niggas because they can't defend themselves.
Right.
So that's how I feel about it. I don't want to take too much of your time, man. I was going to call Friday, but this Muslim thing killing me because I liked Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't like him until he couldn't talk because he talked the truth. So until next time, Sal, man, God bless you. I'll be at you, baby.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
It's on. Yep.
All right. So there's Sinclair. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate his opinions. And again, we're gonna discuss this all Friday because I know this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. People, oh, Sal, you talk about race too much. Well, look, we got 4 years for everybody in this room watching this right now to get a PhD in it. And please believe that by the end of his 4 years, we're going to have a PhD in race. Please believe that. All right, moving on. MUX 385 today. MUX, and back to his call on MUX. It all depends on gold prices. Gold is slowly but surely working its way back up. And again, that has to do with, when people get scared, right? And right now we have a declining dollar that started this weekend based on this Muslim ban situation. People took profits, ran to gold for shelter. Gold right now up 5 points after hours. We cracked 1,200 points now in gold. All right, so we're at 1,200 an ounce gold right now. Silver up slightly below a nickel. All right, MUX. So we'll see. Those are kind of stocks that run. If gold runs, and if gold ain't running, then these stocks ain't running. So we'll see how that continues to move as we move forward. All right. Bovash, thank you. You said rate hike meeting on Wednesday as well this week. All right. So there's going to be not necessarily a hike, but just a meeting on a possible hike or what could be, a hike. 757, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's good, Sal? Just T Stout.
Hey, T Stout, what's going on with you, man?
Nothing much, man. Just kind of wanted to elaborate. I'm going to keep this short on that TXTM.
Yes.
People was, I guess, wondering what was the news, I guess, why people was buying it. So I was researching this stock last Friday, and I seen, Moneybags actually brought it up in the Discord room.
Okay.
So supposedly, South Africa is supposed to be legalizing medical marijuana on the 1st of February. So that's what I believe is what's causing the run up. And then Friday, if you go back and look at the buys on Friday, right before the close, if you want to follow the money, somebody bought this stock at 0.001693 million shares. So somebody was actually obviously knew about what's going on with this stock, so that which caused the run up of this 100%. So I'm thinking that this is going to actually be like a multi-day run, or at least until the 1st. But like everybody say, do your due diligence, look it up and see. But it supposedly, I guess, like I said, it has something to do with medical marijuana being legalized on the 1st of February in South Africa.
1st of February in South Africa, medical marijuana. Well, everybody research that and see. I mean, again, it's still cheap enough where, again, you can, throw a couple hundred at it and see what happens tomorrow. Obviously, I'm going to see if we can get a similar pattern to start the morning off. Of course, if we get something this beautiful moving up in the morning, I definitely want to play that. TXTM was just, absolutely just beautiful today. I mean, that's huge gain. In fact, that wasn't even the high. That's the thing, is the high was 0048. So the stock was up.
Pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, and it pulled back a little bit. So the stock was actually up a lot higher than that. But TXTM, huge gain for the stock today. We'll see if that continues moving forward. And that news on South Africa approving medical marijuana. So we'll see if any stocks come up with any news about them, taking advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely. But I just wanted to just elaborate on that and clarify for people if they were just wondering. I just was thinking that's probably one of the reasons why it was running like that.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call. Man.
All right, take care.
All right, so shout out to him for the call. Thanks on that. I wasn't even aware about South Africa and medical marijuana at all. I wasn't aware of that information at all. Real quick, thank you so much to Bat Scientist. Last night I put out my fraud of the week. I didn't think that the stock would collapse so quickly, but I set the alert on it, and sure enough, man, it cracked the 4 and 8 just like Bat Scientist teaches. The stock was called CIIX, ChineseInvestors.com. It's a classic pump and dump fraud. The stock was really up, but pulling back. And, I tried to see if obviously it wasn't available on E-Trade or anything like that. But sure enough, SureTrader had some shares to short. And it was a pretty good trade today for me. Wish I had more shares, but it is what it is. But ChineseInvestors.com, that was my scam that I put out last night. And sure enough, it shitted on itself today. And I think it could go lower as well. ChineseInvestors.com. All right. 817, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sal. I finally got in, man.
Yes, sir. Who am I speaking with?
It's Keith. I follow you on Twitter. I don't know if you remember.
Appreciate it, Keith. How can I help you today, man?
Have y'all talked about PLX yet?
PLX. No. You tell me about it and why you like it.
All right, so I got a lot of information on PLX. PLX is it's a company that it just reached its recent low at 30 cents, and that's when I bought in. Mm-hmm. They have already an FDA-approved drug for cystic fibrosis and Gaucher's disease. Okay. And with the market cap compared to market opportunity, what I've done is I figure it's undervalued by about 200% right now. There's lots of things to this that it's a great chart to look into, and I really think in a couple of years it could be up to $5 to $10.
Yeah, I see it's got a very nice 30-day chart here since the beginning of the month. Slowly been creeping up. You're up almost 20 cents a share over the last 30 days at 61 cents a share, PLX. So this isn't necessarily something that's, going to, jump up 20% overnight. You're saying this is a real long to get behind. Is that right?
Well, it could spike with all the recent news, but it definitely come back down. But this is a great long-term investment, in my opinion. Okay. And if you do the research, the DD, a lot of things are playing into a lot of catalysts.
Now it was bearish earlier in the year. It looks like things are changing. What were the reasons? Like I saw it was very bearish. Actually, we're coming back off from basically highs of $5, $6, $7 range. In fact, how high are we leaving off here? Almost like $8. What's responsible for the change of direction here? I see here almost for the last 3 years the stock has been bearish.
Yeah. There was a few catalysts. I looked into that, and there was definitely some good reasons. I think they got a new a patent on a drug or something, and it created news. And here's what happened. They sold $24 million worth of their FDA-approved drug to Brazil. Okay. And that increased their funds by about 100%. So I think the biggest problem with this company, they didn't have enough funds to do what they wanted to do because they're a plant-based company. So that means with plant-based development to cure these diseases that they're trying to cure, it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot more effective. So I think it just needed funding, and it finally got it when it was at the 30-cent low.
Yeah, I see that too, and it's slowly but surely working its way back up there. It found support there at 30 cents a share. Man, that would have been a nice pickup that price. But it's working.
Yeah, I got it at 35 cents, man.
35? Oh, yeah. Then you're sitting pretty there. That would have been a perfect price to load up, and it's working its way up higher. So I hope that continues to run higher in your favor, man. It looks really good.
Yeah, and I got one more.
Go ahead.
CLRB.
All right, CLRB is a stock I know we've talked about here recently. This is a stock, too, that's been very, very bearish. The bands are tightening, and I was expecting a move, in the stock a while ago now. It's kind of delayed now. What's going on with the stock right now? Why should we still be interested in it? Well,
I was expecting it to pop today, but the market was pretty red today, so I'm it looks like a good swing trade. It's also a company that seems undervalued, and they have patents. They're treating cancer or something like that. I'm not too sure what it is, but they got a couple patents. I really do think by the end of this week it could be above $2.
Yeah, they're very undervalued. I see here it's trading at just 1.5 is the PE. I mean, that's dirt cheap. 1.5 times earnings. CLRB, NASDAQ trading at $1.58 a share right now. You'd be getting it at a nice little discount there. Lost 4% today. And again, the bands have been tight on this stock for quite some time. So a move here is definitely imminent. But you could have said that for the last month and a half as I look at the chart.
Yeah.
We'll see here. I don't see any news on any trials. I do see here that they secured a cancer drug patent. News on that that came out about 5 days ago. And that looks like that was responsible for this move here on that 24th. The stock is settled since then. So it moves very aggressively to news. But yeah, I think it probably is a stock to kind of sit in and wait. But who knows when it could do that again.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend PLX over this one. This one's just kind of a swing trade. So, all right.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care. And we'll add his picks, PLX and CLRB, to our list tonight. We've already got a pretty nice list for tonight. But PLX, I do like that PLX. Has been very bearish, but it's finding very, very stable support in the prices it has right now. It's way off its highs, and it's got no reason for any kind of pullback at these levels. So really interesting to see the stock right there. 702, I just missed your call. 702. What's going on, David? How are you? All right, so let's go on back to our equity feed chart here to see what was hot today. As we can see, we've already covered those first 4 stocks that were top of the charts today. QSM, TXTM, ISBG, Dries, Aeropostale today. Shout out to Aeropostale. Coming out of nowhere. I didn't see where the news was about for that one, but that was a huge gainer today as well. 702, you're on the air. What's up?
Can you hear me, bro?
Yes, go ahead and lower me in the background, man.
Oh, thank you, man. I'm sorry. I'm calling. First thing, I want to thank you because I'm really happy with the show that you're making and everything. I'm from Vegas, and I just started doing independent stocks and everything.
Okay.
Because I came from Cuba. Actually, I'm from Cuba, but in Cuba we don't really have nothing like the stock market, So when I got here, everything from me was new, and I have really learned a lot with the videos that you make and everything.
Appreciate it.
So
man.
I actually, I have a stock that I've been following for quite a while, and I would like to know what are your thoughts about it. The stock is INFI, Infinity Pharmaceuticals.
INFI. Infinity Pharmaceuticals. Now, what brought you to this stock?
Actually, I was doing some research because, like I told you, I just started learning about the penny stock and everything. So I was trying to try to study by myself, and know fun stuff that everybody was talking about, and maybe this kind of stuff nobody was talking about, that they can have big moves, something like that. So actually, I went under 10Q, and I looked at some numbers, and they gave me quite an idea that maybe it could be a good pick. And actually, the day that I reviewed that, actually the stock went up. I think it was like 20% or something like that, So I said maybe what I'm doing is work, But I would like you to give you something about this stock. I would like you to give you a review or something. Give me a review or something.
No problem. Thank you so much for the call. I really appreciate that and the kind words. I mean, I see the stock here, it moved up very strongly on the 23rd. I'm looking for that article that drove the price higher. That was based on, looks like some preclinical data on a phase 1 clinical trial that was being run on one of their, looks like growth disorder drugs. And that drove the stock price a little bit higher. And let me see here. It was kind of a delayed move, too, because it moved a couple days after the news was released. It's been trending, at a really nice pace since then. Typically a lot of stocks tend to lose value after they move up that strongly, but the stock busted out of a period that I was watching. In fact, the stock I see here, I made these trend lines watching the stock, and it hasn't came back to retest, and it doesn't look like it's going to be doing so over the next couple of days here. This is right now a 15-day chart. If I look at possible 90 days, looks like it's finding some support here. You're off a lows of almost 90 cents a share. You're at $2, so it's been a nice profit for somebody who's rode this long. You're slightly beneath the 20-day moving average now. Will we see any new news here? That probably is what it needs to do to maintain that $2 plus price. And it looks like we might lose that. And see, we could test that 178 support. I hope we don't, but if we don't see anything, happen here, with the company over this week, we probably could test the 178, because I'm sure we have some buyers in here who aren't necessarily as loyal to the stock as you are. With that being said, the overall trend, intermediate trend, because we're only really looking at 30 days, looks nice. Primary trends, which is about a year, so it looks like you had a gap down here back in June of 2016, June of last year. So if you're looking to stay long into the stock, if you're talking about several months that you plan on holding this, it's probably not too bad. It's probably not too bad at the prices you're at now. I would continue watching the news, continue watching what the company is putting out in terms of information. But if you're up significantly, if this is a stock you just recently bought and now you're up, I'd probably take profits and move on. But if you're looking to be around for a long time, I would stick. I would stick around and see what the stock can do.
Oh, very good, man. Thank you. I will take your advice.
Appreciate
and
it.
I have another stock that I would like you to give me what your thoughts about it, and that's Vapor Corp, VPCO.
Yeah, VPCO. Okay, Vapor Corp. All right, Vapor Corp again. Yeah, this is one that I actually have sitting in my account as well. It's a 0001 stock. It's not really doing anything, but we I'm sure this is kind of one of those triples that has done some things in the past. It hasn't, this was early 2016. Hasn't really done anything this past year, but I've got a few dollars on it in my account as well if it does something great. But I'm not expecting any big moves out of this anytime soon. But again, it's a 0001. You never really know when these stocks can come back alive again. But VPCO for right now, pretty much dormant.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, if we come back up, that I can be in the game,
Yeah, it could. I mean, it could. But again, it's a stock that's got, several billion shares outstanding. I mean, I think it's got close to 10 billion shares out there floating. I mean, that's just floating. That's not even, excuse me, I said outstanding. That's not even outstanding. I think that's just floating shares, several billion. So this is a stock that's, if it's going to run again, it's going to have to do some serious, it's going to have to do a serious split and some serious reorganization. But here's the thing, though. Stocks have done that. Pinks, I know we got David from Investors hanging out in the room right now. Stocks have done that. They have, got reorganized and did a split. And sure enough, they start running again. That happens all the time. So just because you have some money in it and it's not running, it's not saying that it could never run again. All right.
Exactly, man. Okay, man. Thank you very much. I just want to shout out everybody in the room, and just keep doing what you do, man. Like you're really great, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people, they may not call you, they may not text in the videos and everything, but I really know there are a lot of people out there who are really learning with the videos you make.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so
very
much,
man. I will call you again, man.
All right. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to the man from Cuba. Shout out to the man from Cuba, man. Let me drop a bomb for you. Appreciate it. Welcome to America, man. Get your money up. Get your money up. See, coming from another country, first thing you do, trying to get this money. These people come here from another country with that hustle, man. You got people living in America all their life. Oh, the stock market is too risky. Get the fuck out of here, man. 757, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? I just want to say thank you. I sent you an email earlier today about some vids or some DVDs, man.
Yeah.
Really do appreciate it. Real talk.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you. It took me a while to download it, but
Yeah.
man, I really do appreciate it. I'm watching you live right now, so I mean, I ain't got really nothing much to contribute, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get off. But thank you again, though.
No
for real.
problem, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words, man.
Yeah, man. God bless, man. Keep the good work too.
Will do. Will do. All right. So thank you to him, man. Well, I definitely digest those DVDs, man. And again, you can join us in the Discord room. The Discord room is where, after hours guys meet up, share results, ideas, articles, things like that. You can join us in the Discord room. It's a nice little chat room that guys join us. And, we after hours or sort of before the show, weekends as well. You can always catch, some people in there as well. The Discord room. Yeah. And shout out to those torrents. By the way, a lot of people get on me about, well, you're giving away Tim Sykes DVDs for free, But again, when you're selling it at $1,700 a DVD, movies that you made back in 2008 that I bought back in 2011, 2012 for $100, man, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. 920, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Sal? This is JB in 85.
Hey, JB, what's up, man?
Man, hey, so I wanted to talk about that vape company you were just talking about. I don't know if y'all heard about Apple putting a patent out on a vaporizer.
Apple's gonna make a what?
Apple put out a patent on a vaporizer on the 27th, the Friday that when we got off the air at like about midnight. I got a email or something, a notice, and it said that Apple put out a patent. You can look it up, it's out and everything. It's for a vaporizer. So I don't know if they're trying to come out with their own smoking vaporizer, but yeah, they're supposed to be dropping that real soon. So that might
that's interesting. I did see. I'm pulling up articles here, and yeah, Apple did file a patent for a vaporizer. That's real interesting.
Yeah, that might help the stocks with all the vaporizer stocks. I was looking at vape myself. I didn't see that one, but vape VAPE. I know they did a run back in the day for I think about $40, and it's down to like 70 cents right now.
It's real interesting because I don't associate Apple with cigarettes or anything like that. So I'm thinking that is this going to be some kind of hemp play or MJ play, because I don't see them getting into the cigarette space. So I can see it being like a medical marijuana type thing. But I mean, do you see them actually putting out for like the smokeless tobacco kind of thing?
I'm not sure about tobacco companies, but when I looked into it, I know that somebody who used to work for the company a while back, they made the vaporizer called Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they were the ones who produced that. He left Apple company a while back. He was like a high executive, somebody real big, but he left the company and ended up making Firefly. So they might have got back in touch with him right there and trying to work something out. Because I know he used to work with the company. You could look it up and everything like that. All the information is right there.
All right.
But
VAPE.
Yeah. So with one of those vape plays, like I said, with that being at a 001, all it got to be is a little bit of news about a vaporizer, and you already know how that goes.
Right.
And one of the tickets I kind of wanted you to look at was CBICF.
Yeah, CBIS. Okay. Yeah, Cannabis Science. This is another one of those websites or companies that actually is doing some real work out here. They're not bullshitting like a lot of OTC traded companies. They actually have a website where they actually sell. Let me see I think this is what I'm talking about. Let me see, CannabisScience.com, or it might be CVSI. I'm not sure.
You're talking about a different one. That's CBICF.
Yeah. Okay.
That it's like a Canadian bio or something.
Yeah. CVSI. But
no, not. Well, not that one in particular. It's a different one. CBICF.
Okay. Now this one that you got me pulling up though, CBIS. What do you like about this one? See here, pretty much a sideways day today, less than 1% down today. Really didn't do much today, but what do you think about this in the near future?
Hold on, you said CBIS?
No, CBIS, Cannabis Science.
That's not the company. It's CBICF.
Canadian Bioceutical Corp.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so this is a newer company I see here.
Yeah, it just came out, and they just opened up. They just did I think $28 million into a grow plant in Nevada. So they're moving operations over here into America. They just got somewhere out here in Nevada. They just put like $28 million into a place out there. So yeah, and with it being brand new, it's a couple of them that I had that was brand new, man. But I got like a notebook full of tickers. Like I just been. But I know that was a real good one right there because with them being brand new, and it's a legit company too, with them being out of Canada, and they do, they got some real good business, and
okay, so this
I'm opening
one
up a shop in Nevada.
Right now, so it's trading on the Canadian markets. Right now, saying international reporting, TSX Venture Exchange. Right now, it's on the gray market. Here in the United States. So I think you can still buy it if you got E-Trade TD. You can still buy it, but I do see here it is listed on the Canadian exchange. But I do see here where they are talking about their U.S. operations. Hopefully they get listed on our side of the of the continent and get a transfer agent here in the U.S. because I see they don't have that yet. So that's why on OTC markets they're listed as the gray market. Let me see here. Outstanding shares 38 million. So they probably have a pretty low float. I don't see any financials that have been posted yet, but up 20% right now. So relatively new company, but you think they've got a bright future?
Yeah, I think they're doing something, especially with, I don't think any of those companies in Canada are really, playing around right now with all of Canada being good for recreational and medical. And, with them expanding out here in America, I think that's a good thing as well. Mm-hmm. So, they just posted the news the other day with playing out here in Nevada. So, just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
That's all I had on you for them tickets. But I guess to get back on last week on that, we was talking about MTW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I went and checked out the plant out here, and I guess that it was two companies. It was Manitowoc Crane and Manitowoc Food Share, and I guess they did a split, and they went into two separate companies. And so Manitowoc Food Share has their own ticker now. It's MFS, and they produce all the I guess restaurant equipment. So I know you was talking about, with all these companies hiring and stuff like that and building new restaurants, I don't know if, that might be a good one to look into, but that ticker was MFS.
Yeah, MFS, almost $20 a share here. And what was the main construction play again? It was MA something?
Not MTW.
MTW, there you go. MTW, heavy machinery. Yeah, this was like the cheap cat play. And that gap down today a little bit, up to down 5% today. And again, that was just simply profit taking. That was simply profit taking because again, this is a stock that's a huge Trump mover. As you can see here, this is the monthly chart, and since November, it's up pretty aggressively here. So today was really the first real pullback. Again, you had across the board pullbacks on a lot of those Trump stocks, and MTW was no surprise today. So.
Okay.
Not bad.
Well, with is I guess a CEO and stuff like that selling off shares, is that like a bad sign or anything like that?
I mean, not necessarily because they're people too. Sometimes even though things are going good, they trying to get some money out to buy a house, buy a boat, buy a new car, whatever it is. And if you're sitting on 20, 30 million shares, once in a while you're going to sell some shares and. Depending on how much selling you see, but if it's
it was from for like a 2-year period.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 4 main people sold. The head guy sold $7 million in just one day, and $7 million worth in one day, and it was
and that was recently.
In between, it was pretty recent, but from 2012 to 14th, they all. Let me see. The guy's name was what's his name? Glenn Tellock. Him, and the crazy thing about it, when I was looking up the other financials, it said it only reported $4 million worth of I guess $4 million that year that he had got, but it was like 8.4 million. And then I noticed when it shows the it was like a crazy paper that it had like a power of attorney. I guess like everybody did like a power of attorney. Somebody signed a power of attorney or something. So it was like he did $8 million in one shot, and I guess his daughter got half. And then within, like I said, in 2 years, it was 16 million in about a year and a half that they all took out. Okay. And it was like the CEO, the CFO, and then the main guy. Like this is a small town, small town. Probably like 30,000 people. So like everybody knows, the guy and everything like that in the company. So I was asking around, I looked around, and he owns, he actually, right after he sold the shares, the last day he sold the share was 3/5/2015, and he resigned right after that, and now he's the CEO of another company out here, Lakeside Foods. It's a privately owned company. Yeah, so I don't know if they kind of like dried the company out and sold all their shares right quick. I don't even really know what happened, but like I said, it was, like I said, in just one share a day. Like, let me see, on...
I mean that's fine. That's fine. I mean, see, it happened a couple of years ago. I mean, I wouldn't say it has an effect on the company now. I mean, that's just people doing business. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like he was just cashing out, ready to do his own thing, and moved on to something else. And that's just people doing business in America. So, yes, sir. Appreciate your research, though, man.
Yeah. No problem at all. No problem at all. I just want to make sure that wouldn't affect the stock in any way. But I guess that MTW got bought out by somebody else, and they moved to Pennsylvania. So that's what's going on with the area here.
Okay.
So yeah, they're relocating and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got back with everybody on that stuff with MTW.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call.
No problem, sir.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to him for the research on that, man. Good research on that. And yeah, I mean, that's just people doing business, man. And again, when you got a job in the money and you're a CEO, you get perks, and a lot of those perks are millions of shares of the company that you're managing. And you do a good job, the stock goes up, goes down. Sometimes even no matter if it goes down, you still get that payout. And that was the situation there, as he explained it. I mean, guy got the payout, kept it moving, fed the family, and he's on the bigger and better things. All right? On the bigger and better things. So let's see what else is trending today here. Let's see what else is trending that you guys want to look at. NAK, I saw NAK brought up Prolix. Hey, do you want to talk about NAK Prolix? NAK is your I know it's your long-term play. Prolix, remember I wanted you to come on the show and explain what's going on with NAK. It's sideways over the last 5 days. Took a red day today. Just pretty much sideways. Not much lost on NAK today. But it's got a solid 30-day chart. Got a solid 30-day chart from the 170s. If you want to call in, call in, Prolix. 854. Is this Prolix?
Yeah, it is. What's up, Sal?
Hey, what's going on with you, man? We were talking on Twitter a couple of days ago about NAK, and again, I wanted you to come on and explain what's going on with that, and how this could possibly be a stock we can see, break out, into 4 or 5 or higher. What's going on with the company, and why are you excited about it?
All right, so the reason I'm excited about it, actually, I actually found out it's kind of weird. I found out about this actually in a McDonald's. But so I stumbled upon NAK kind of by accident. I was just doing research, and it was a company that I stumbled upon, noticing that early in 2016 it was only 30 cents a share, and then within the course of about, I'd say probably from a 1.5 month to about a 2.5 month time span, the company went from 30 cents a share up to $3 a share.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, that's a pretty drastic move for only, a couple months.
Yeah.
And So I did my research on the company, and I stumbled upon this article that actually told me it was on Market News, and I think I saw it on Seeking Alpha. And I know a lot of people are, optimistic about Market News and stuff like that. And even I was optimistic about it at first because I don't like to believe everything I read on the internet, but I did some research, and then I found out the Pebble Project, which is a project they're trying to do on a reservation they own in Alaska. They actually own one of the biggest reservations for copper, silver, and gold, and I believe another mineral. I can't think of the name of it currently, but it was they had a fourth mineral, and they're mostly a data analysis company. They're not really a mining company, but they do mining. They're primarily known for data analysis on minerals, gold, silver, copper, and all of the main minerals. And it ended up being that they weren't able to do anything on this reservation due to the fact that EPA was actually preventing them from doing it because there is a salmon population in Alaska that I guess is rather rare, and they didn't want them drilling on this reservation with the chance of them killing off this rare species of salmon. And so when I actually left for work early one day, and I went to I stopped at McDonald's or something, and where I live in the McDonald's they have TVs, and they always have the news on. And CNN was on, and sure enough, one of the things that came across the screen was Trump orders media blackout for the EPA. And to me, it was kind of like, okay, this is a little odd now that I found out that the owner of the company is actually friends with Donald Trump. So to me, it was like, okay, so this makes sense that Trump doesn't want the media talking to the EPA because he's going to slide this deal under the table for NAK to actually do this.
Oh, wow.
And to me, that's what it seemed like. It seemed like, okay, so it makes a lot of sense that he would make it so the media can't talk to EPA, so he can give them this deal. And eventually, at some point in time, I think we're going to find out about it anyway. But to me, it just seems like the dots connect too good for this to not explode. So I was like, it's gone up. It went up a drastic amount, but I mean, obviously, I could be wrong, but to me, it just seems like everything aligns too well for this to not happen. The idea that he's friends with the owner of the company, he gets along with the CEO of the company, Ron Theismann, I believe is his name. So, anyway, I've done like a whole lot of research on this. I'm confident in it. So, I bought a couple shares of it the other day. I bought like 200 shares. So I was just, I'm going to get into it. I think it's a good long term. It's not something you can trade, I think, over the course of, it's obviously not like a trading option. I think it's more of a long term option, but I think by at least the end of this year, you'll see it higher than $3 a share.
Oh yeah, I mean based on the trends I'm seeing here, yeah, we will definitely be doing, more than that. The 52-week high is 454. I'm trying to figure out where did we reach that 454 at. I'm not sure where it got that 454 52-week high.
Hold on.
I'm not sure.
NAK for me today, right now, it currently market closed it at 299. I haven't looked at after hours trading.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
in the past year, the company is up from less than $1 a share up to around $3.
Yeah, huge move.
I was gonna say, I think it's definitely gonna be more than what it's currently at. I just feel like, and plus, one other thing that I thought about was, obviously with him just becoming president, he's not going to want people to know that he, if he passes this, which right now he's on a whole passing spree, it seems. With him passing all these things, it kind of makes sense that he doesn't want the media talking to them, because if he pushes through under the table and, they find out he decides to do this and lets them, if potentially they do kill all the salmon population, at least of that specific species, and they find out that he verified it, it's going to make him look even worse.
Yeah.
So,
Now, just a quick question. I mean, it might be out of the scope of your research, but what exactly are they going to be doing that would kill the fish population per se? I mean, is there a chemical that's going to be used, or are they?
I think they're just worried about the idea that drilling next to a lake or whatever could, if for whatever reason, let's say they, I know they're not into oil, but if they strike something or something breaks next to it that could pollute the water,
okay.
or like runoff is a good example. So like if, let's say a machine breaks down or something, oil gets in the water and it could pollute all the water and potentially kill the underwater life they have there.
Right. And when could we looking at, when could we be, and sorry not to cut you off, just when can we be looking at a possible decision being made in that? Is there a possible timeline you have?
Within the next 100 days.
Oh wow.
That's what the rumor is. This was, let's see, about a week ago. I heard it would be less than 100 days or around 100 days. So right now you're looking at about probably 2 or 3 months away from at least a final decision. Personally, I think you'll get it before then.
Right.
But,
and I see the stock possibly going up until that comes
yeah,
due
I was just
too.
saying, as long as I don't think you're going to see any you're obviously going to see movement on it, but I don't think it's ever, at least this year, it's not going to go back below $1 a share. I don't think, at least not this year. I definitely think it's personally, I think it's a great long-term option, especially with it only being $2.99 right now. Right now, its volume is 10,771,436. So, I think it's a decent buy. I think it's not too. I mean, depending on who you ask, I don't think it's a crazy risk. If you buy a couple, you don't got to go crazy on it. But personally, I think it's a great stock. I think just the outlook for all this is personally for me, I think it's too good to pass up. That's my personal feel on it.
There it is.
But yeah, it's definitely going to increase, and they don't offer dividends, unfortunately. But I mean, it's a mining company, and the reason I like this company is because they're looking to mine copper, silver, and gold. Whereas most gold companies, obviously with gold prices, they go up and down. But this company is not only going to be in the gold market; they're going to be in the copper market and the silver market also. So I think there are some gold companies that do really well, and I think for this company to be in not just one area but to be in multiple is a really good sign for this company.
There it is. Thank you so much, Prolix, for all the information. I really appreciate it, bro.
You're welcome, Sal.
All right, thanks for the call. Again, Prolix with the research, man. He said he got the stock at McDonald's. He got the stock at McDonald's. Look at McDonald's getting people paid. So shout out to Prolix for that. Let me give him the Jordan.
To the crossover, yes.
All day, every day, man. All day, every day. That's definitely ka-ching for him. And NAK has been a winner for him, and he expects this to blow it out the water. And look, if they get that deal, this could be $7, $6, $7, $8, $9. If they get that deal. And what's going to help it if Donald Trump continues to push legislation where he goes, in front of Congress, and not get mired down in the politics. 469, you're on the air. What's up?
What's going to help it if Donald Trump continues to push.
469.
Hey, man. Hey, Sal.
Hey, appreciate it. What's up, man?
Long-time caller. Long-time listener, first-time caller, man.
Thank you.
Okay. I've been looking at a few plays for February 10th for the earnings season. We got JCPenney and Applied Materials.
All right. Now, JCPenney, really cheap on the options. JCPenney is a penny stock right now. Looks like it's been bearish for December, but why do you like this as a possible turnaround? See, we're way below the 20, but you think they could beat earnings?
Well, I think they were one of the best guys last Black Friday, and I think looking at analysts, publications and stuff, I think there's a few areas where they sort of succeeded. Like it's not a great long-term play because they're closing stores. They just sold their headquarters in Plano, Texas, all this stuff. But their CEO has a pretty clear-cut plan to battle the debt they have. And I think just because last Thanksgiving season, they pumped it so hard. On the books, on the margins where they could wiggle and make the earnings look a lot better, I think they did a really good job at that. So I'm not suggesting you buy up a bunch of shares over time, but I do think because of last shopping season and the earnings that's about to come out, there's a little bit of chance there. You know, for retail traders like us, it's a little bit smaller to make some money there.
So would you play this into earnings, or would you wait to see if it verifies what you're claiming?
Okay, well, yeah. Personally, I'm already in. I don't hold a significant side, but I'm in JCPenney's. I'm not adding any more shares. I got in at an okay price. I'm just sort of waiting for it to pop.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I might average down a little bit because, you know, recently they're taking some big hits.
Yeah. And when is JCPenney's earnings?
I believe February 10th.
Okay. February 10th, JC. But yeah, because if it's not, you know, if it doesn't win, then it's going to be a great short, because I mean there's already, you know, meat just being taken off the bone here long term. If you look at the chart, it's been very ugly since almost 10.50 a share back. Was that almost December of last year? Has been slowly bleeding, off value. The problem with JCPenney's been getting killed by the boutiques. A lot of the women who typically would go to, JCPenney, they're going to the boutiques where they kind of get the specialty wear designed for whatever, type of clothing they want. That's the problem that's getting JCPenney killed when you do a little bit of the research on why are they losing money. But with that being said, you said you also had a couple other stocks to look at.
Yes, sir. I'm sort of holding because my day job is in real estate, so it's easier for me to read the financial statement of real estate companies. So I'm holding onto a few real estate REITs for the dividend play, and it's because everything's an all-time high right now, right? In all markets, as far as the markets I'm trading. So I'm thinking I'm not looking for great, crazy value or growth plays here. I'm just holding these stocks because I know even if they have to liquidate, they have a lot of assets to sell, and they pay okay dividends. And one of them is CubeSmart, C-U-B-E. And, I'll just be straight up with you, Sal. I mean, it's crazy we're talking about it. You're so accessible. But I've only been trading for about 3 years. I have a little bit of finance background, so I'm by no means an expert on trading or anything. So Cube sort of just, I stumbled upon it. I realized that there's a lot of these storage places, or CubeSmart specifically, in my town. And I did a little bit of research. So like I said earlier, not going to be crazy explosive, but I think holding on to medium term or long term, it's okay for a guy at my risk level, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Now, CubeSmart, $25 a share, so definitely more expensive. $4 billion market cap. It's a little pricey at 48 times earnings for a real estate company. I see they're also in the self-storage space as well. The recent downgrade by Bank of America definitely looks like it had some effect on the stock. That was 10 days ago now, so yeah, I can see it definitely had a little bit of effect on the stock on that downgrade by Bank of America. Not okay. Let me see.
You ain't feeling it, dude. You ain't feeling it.
I mean, usually when I look at these higher price stocks, right? If I'm looking to go long, I like a PE of anywhere between, let's say, like 10 and 25. If it's IT related, then we can go into like the 40s, 50s, 60s. But typically for real estate, you want a low PE because it's not exciting, right? It's not something. It's not a NVIDIA or AMD. They're not coming up with anything revolutionary. So they why would they be trading at 50 times earnings? So I'd have to learn a little bit more about it. But the trend shows very bearish energy, and then we've got very bearish news recently. So it doesn't tell me to go long. But what is your reasoning to go long? What's the the investment proposition here in this stock long term here?
Like I said, I feel like if the world crashes and burns, even the real estate market explodes. They have a lot of stuff to liquidate, like land, hard assets.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's I'm not crazy up in the stock right now. I could get it at a pretty good price. I made a little bit of money. I got out, so I'm sort of now playing with house money. So, like I said, I don't mind holding onto this one, just for purely the dividends at the moment.
Right. Okay. All right. I appreciate that. JCP, CubeSmart. Were those the only two?
Well, I mean, can I ask you another one?
Yeah. Just go ahead one more. We'll go ahead and look at one more.
Okay. Applied Materials, AMAT.
AMAT. Applied Materials.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so this one is a little more sideways, and I actually would prefer this one over the other ones that you gave me. Semiconductor play. I love IT technology plays. This one's got a beautiful long-term chart here. See this? Yeah, this is a stock that I would play going long on this one, because typically, the more expensive stocks, you want to look for chart stability. And this is a pattern I wouldn't mind jumping into and place, and also on the on what they do, and from what I know about the company, $37 billion company, so definitely not something to sleep on here. A lot of stability there, 22 times earnings. Let me see if I can just pull up, and debt to equity 46. Gross profit of $4.1 billion. Revenue, last annual revenue of $10.8 billion. Income was net income $1.7 billion. So very good balance sheet for the company. Very good balance sheet. Yeah, I'd like, out of all your picks, I like that one the best by far.
All right, man. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3.
There it is, man.
Sal approves. Hey, Sal, can I make one more request?
Yes, go ahead.
If you got time tonight, can you please just explain to the crowd, or myself specifically, like some of your settings on your trading platform, like what indicators you use and sort of your timelines, your parameters, if you don't mind.
All right, appreciate it. We'll do it.
Okay, thanks, Sal. Keep
Not
up
a
the good
problem.
work, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So for those guys who already don't know, real quick, I'm using TradingView. TradingView is my platform that I use, of course, to trade. For my order entries, I use E-Trade as well as SureTrader if I'm looking to short hard to borrow stocks. But other than that, if I'm shorting a NASDAQ, NYSE, all through primarily E-Trade. So here I'm using TradingView. Right now I've got the Bollinger Band set up. The Bollinger Band, nothing's changed on it. Typical, I believe it's set at 14. I want to say it's set at the 20. Okay, 20 moving average, with the middle line being a 20 moving average. All right, so nothing changed on the Bollingers as well. Right now, I looked at his chart on the 30-minute daily chart. 30-minute daily chart overlooking this last December, or this January for this month. So 30-minute 1 month chart is how I looked at his chart. So daily, I would trade the 4 and 8 moving average. If you haven't, going back and watch last week's episode with Bad Scientist, he's been teaching us the benefits of trading using the 4 and 8 exponential moving averages, and how those moving averages can catch opportunities for you in the market as you day trade, right? As you day trade. And a simple example is a move I did today with CIIX, which is a scam that was being pumped over the last week and a half. And sure enough, that 4 and 8 exponential moving average, the white being the 4, the blue being the 8, caught the move. You moved downwards as it broke that, and also broke the 20-day moving average for me to be able to short this stock moving lower. And it's also a really great way to catch moves going higher. If we can go back to PLUM, for example, PLUM, if we can zoom in, again, this was a huge opportunity for you to play into PLUM as it broke the 4 and 8 exponential moving average, moving average, and continue to maintain higher above the 20-day. So the Bollinger, as well as using the 4 and 8 exponential, I have trouble saying that word, moving average. All right, so those are day trader indicators. Day trader indicators. All right, so for those guys who like to trade longer periods, maybe a 5-day or a 1-month chart, I would probably go back and use a 10 or 20. So a Bollinger Band in association with a 10-day moving average, and then maybe a 50 or 200 to see stocks that are coming off, really rocky points. All right, I should make a video about that, so I can break it down a little bit more slowly. 954, you're on the air. What's up? 954, you there?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
And what's your name? Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Ed. So, I want to talk to you about a bit of a strategy that I probably think, I'm not sure, but I want to hear your opinion about the strategy. I mean, I've been watching your show for like a quite a long time.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I'm not going to take too long on this. I want CVIS.
CVIS?
Yeah.
All right. So CVIS. I don't see a ticker on CVIS.
The cannabis science.
CBIS. CBIS.
Yeah, CBIS.
Okay.
Yeah.
CBIS.
I mean,
All right. Okay. Yeah. So we had a guy call up on CBIS, but what do you like about it?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's okay, but I want to share. I mean, I want to hear your opinion about the strategy. I mean, I want to take. Can you like put it on the day chart? Is it on the day chart?
Yeah. This is what happened today in the stock.
Right.
You know, if we look at the daily chart, let me see here what it's been looking like for the year. As you can see, for the year, it's not too bad. I mean, if you go back as far as October, into had a really great run, like many of these stocks did, into the elections, pulled back after the excitement after the elections. Now we're running pretty aggressively now, as these companies start to get licenses in these states where medical marijuana and recreational marijuana were approved. And now they seem to be trending. I'm seeing a little bit of slowdown in terms of the excitement as well. We had a stock called OWCP do a recent incredible run, but CBIS is one of those. It's more mature. It's a much more mature company because they have legit operations going on. I haven't seen the kind of news I want to see in the stock, meaning that they've got associations with cannabis plays like on the ground. I mean, they're working with growers or working with the people who actually I forgot what the name of the actual facilities that sell marijuana. There's a name for them. Off the top of my head, it's not coming.
Right.
But I'm not seeing that now. They position themselves as a cannabis science company, so they believe that cannabis has the power to cure certain diseases that haven't been able to be cured by traditional medicine. But they haven't been doing the research necessary for them to produce the kind of drugs that they say that cannabis could possibly cure. Now, I'm seeing here a recent article 3 days ago where they talked about selling out of initial batch of a metered inhaler that they produced. What was that? That was actually a week ago now. Look, we had the pullback. It's up nicely. You're at 11 cents a share. This is still a buy and hold situation. It's still a buy and hold situation. You're not going to wake up and the stock's going to be up 50% or down 50%. So this is either you believe in what they're doing or you don't. But the excitement, it's not necessarily there right now. But I mean, what do you believe? Do you from the research you've done that got you into the stock, do you feel that there's some gains coming? Why do you feel that way?
I mean, gains. Yeah, talking about games. Well, it's I wanted to talk to you about a strategy that I want to hear your opinion on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like if we go to the bar that's in the 13, I don't know if my computer goes slow. If you could like follow up on me. So the bar is on the 13.
Okay.
And then let's take a look at the opening price and the closing price. So the opening price is at 6 cents and the closing price is at 7 cents.
Okay.
So let's go to the 14th. So it goes on.
Mm-hmm.
The opening price is at 7 cents and the closing price is at 8 cents. So it goes on. The opening price is at 8 and it hits 9, then the closing at 9. Then the opening is at 9, then it's at 11. I'm like, whoa. So where's 10? So they skipped the 10.
Mm-hmm.
It skipped the closing price. It should be 9.10. So it went 9.11. So okay, let's move on. So the opening price is at 11, then it hits 12. So the next bar, just because I think it skipped 10, it's paying the price just because it skipped 10. So it's going to go back down on 10. So at 11, it skipped the 9 because the bar that's in the 19th, it was the opening price was at 9 and the closing was at 11, but it skipped 10. So the 23rd, it skipped at 9. Then it skipped it. It skipped at 9 for the 24th too. Just because it skipped it, I don't know. I was just thinking, and it kind of made sense.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
I see what you're saying. The thing about OTC stocks, man, is that like anything else, it's all about supply and demand and news. I see your strategy because you're basically saying that if it skips a number or two numbers, that eventually the market comes awake, realizes it, and makes it pay back to catch those previous numbers. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay. So that it makes sure as it goes up, it's hitting every single number. I don't think this market is that sophisticated. I think you're giving, these stocks too much power, man. I honestly don't think this market is that sophisticated. What's great about trading OTC stocks is that you're dealing specifically with your fellow man. You're not dealing with any machine trading for the most part, because the market isn't necessarily liquid enough for companies that maintain these expensive robots that you will trade against on stocks like Dries, stocks like Plume and AMD,
right,
and all those other ones that have a lot of liquidity, which you're trading against maybe 30% traders and then 80% computers. So that's why those charts look ridiculous like that. But with these stocks, they're not that sophisticated, man. Follow the news, follow the social media talk, follow the forums, go to investorshangout.com, sign up with an account there, go to Investors Hub, get an account there. That's how these stocks move. But it's not that sophisticated of a market. There's no strategy really involved. I mean, it's all just manipulation, it's hype, it's excitement, and it's really the human emotions that drive this particular market.
Cool, thanks.
No problem. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call, man.
Thanks.
All right. So, shout out to him for that. I mean, look, if your strategy is working for you, bro, if your strategy works for you, keep your strategy, dude. Keep your strategy. If it works for you and you get money from it, by all means, keep working it, refine it. And if it makes you a millionaire, give us a call back and let us know. We'll all start doing it. But from what I know about OTC markets, it's not that sophisticated. 703, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, Sal? It's me, Fisher.
Hey, what's going on, Fisher?
Dude, I want to praise you. You are the first person I ever known that teaches and does it at the same damn time. Half these people would talk it, but they don't see it in real life.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah. Hey, I know this is my second time telling you, but have you seen the videos from Eat, Sleep, and Profit? They're like 9 videos, less than 20 minutes long.
Eat, Sleep, and Profit. Let me see here. I remember.
He's on a YouTube channel. Dude, the way he teaches you, it's freaking gorgeous. I mean, it's like the fastest way of Timothy Sykes.
Eat, Sleep, and Profit. I was trying to look for that account, but I couldn't find. Is it like one name? Let me see
Yeah,
here.
Eat, Sleep, Profit, one name, and even his Twitter, because he's about to make a DVD on how he does it every day. Because he shows you this video
Okay,
of how
yeah,
he
okay,
went
yeah.
from...
Okay, I see his channel now. He's only got a couple videos, so yeah, he doesn't really. He's definitely not about really being on here, that man. Okay, is he one of Tim Sykes' guys?
No, he's claiming no one. He said he's about to make a DVD for free that anybody can get.
Oh, okay.
Because he was one of those guys who did one of the programs. He doesn't want to say which one.
Mhm.
He dropped a couple of thousand, basic information. He said, fuck this, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
And he learned how to do like momentum trading and even swing trading.
Okay. Yeah,
And the
Eat,
videos-
Sleep, Profit. Okay, I found the account now. I'm definitely going to subscribe to that. It's got about 1,200 subscribers. Yeah, I'll definitely subscribe and be looking forward to that DVD.
Yeah, because he teaches you on the the YouTube videos itself, like how to do market scanners, and these are some damn good market scanners.
Okay.
And he tells you how the breakout works, how to short easily, and like what you do.
Okay.
Shoot, if I can talk to him, maybe I can try to get him on the show. So
Oh
you guys
yeah,
can
man,
both talk
definitely.
or something.
Hook it up, man. You know, anybody who's anybody, I'd love to have them on the show. I don't have any problem having anybody on the show who can put us in a position to get a check, man. You got all our ears if you can do that, no doubt about it.
Yeah, even both of you can try to talk to each other, and you guys can go back and forth.
Yes, indeed.
Because he reminds me of Bess. That's why, because Bess loves to give good information, like last week.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what episode was that when he was talking about almost for an hour about different strategies? Do you remember?
I want to say that was the one before last. So I want to say that could have been one. It could have been in 113. 113. I want to say probably 113. Weak holders, strong holders is probably that one. That's the thing. It's hard to kind of keep track on that one. I'll have to start, because some people have said I should start cutting the videos up, especially when you had a really good call. I should cut the videos up. But it's just me doing this, so I don't really have time like that. But I'll probably start looking into doing that, and having a lot of bad scientist stuff posted up on the channel.
He talks for an hour, but damn, that was like some golden good information.
Yes.
I was like, damn, I got to try out these strategies, and Twitter's not that either.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call. All right, so yeah, shout out to that. Yeah, Eat, Sleep, Profit. I definitely added on, his thing, and look, a lot of people from Tim Sykes, they come here eventually. After you got done spending $160 a month for 5 months, and then you realize it takes a little bit longer than that to figure it out, they always end up over here. You know what I'm saying? To be teaching for damn near 10 years, and you got 3 millionaire students, 2 of them who are already, come from millionaire families. For the most part, most of all the other people who trade are losing money, and that's one thing he's never clear about. But let's be honest, most of the people who sign up with him are losing money. After a while, you want something different. You want to find out who else has, the way. And if you can get free advice, or maybe someone who just can give it to you at a better price, by all means, go for it, man. By all means, go for it. But at the end of the day, let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. Most of the people that are on Profitly are losing money. It's not to be insulting or demeaning or any kind of way. I'm just, let's just be honest with it. Not everybody on there is posting $1,200 gains every day. Most of those people are losing money. but they're all over Tim's nuts. You know, all over Tim's nuts. You the man, you are. Hey man, you're the man. Every gain that they get, they'll give him credit instead of giving themselves credit. Seriously, go on Twitter. They'll give. Oh, thank you, Tim Sykes. You teach me everything I know. I'm like, damn, dude, give yourself some credit. Shit. You know, give yourself some credit. You know, all on this dude's nuts, bro. And as soon as they lose, they come right into this chat room. Not saying that some of you guys are here, but I know there were some people in this chat room. You were over there at Profitly, paying $150 a month. Your ass was losing, and then you came here and you got the same DVDs he's giving over there for a couple thousand. You got them for free here, and you are a better trader listening over here for free because you tired of that shit. You tired of that shit, man. You know, this is all regurgitated information. If you read Benjamin Graham's The Intelligent Investor, 99% of these guys, they're just regurgitating that shit. The Intelligent Investor, The Battle for Investment Survival, How I Made $2 Million on the Market, New Trader, Rich Traders, Momo Traders, Trading as a Business. I have that shit that comes from these books. I'm reading these books on the weekend. I'm like, man, I just saw him say that on a video the other day. He's taking it from this book. You know? Anyway, let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Back to, and shout out to the people over at Equity Feed, man. Equity Feed kept it 100 with me. They said, we want to do, you know, something with you. And sure enough, they say, man, just put our logo on your thing. You know, shout out our software. It's nothing where, you know, you got to have people sign up or, you know, you get paid per sign up. Nothing like that. We just want to spread the message of trading to the people who appreciate you and to investors like yourself. You know, they've got a mission over there at Equity Feed. They want more investors, you know, like me, who look like me, who haven't been given the opportunity to learn about this. You know what I'm saying? Who haven't been given the opportunity to learn this great thing called the stock market, you know, for whatever reason. With that being said, at Equity Feed, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free of charge. 2 weeks free of charge. All right. It's about $130, $140 a month. But in those 2 weeks, you should be able to make your first month's payment using Equity Feed. If you trade the way I know you can trade with Equity Feed, you're going to make, you know, all the money you need to pay that first month's payment. All right. So sign up with the 2 weeks free of charge. Equity Feed. It's a free account. Sign up. And in fact, let's get back to the charts. Let's see here on Equity Feed here. Let's see what were the big gainers today. Again, we talked about QSIM, Dries, ARPQ. That's the Q stock, Aeropostale. It's going up. USMJ is another one. Big gain today, 44% gain on that chart. As we scroll down a little bit, we talked about RGSC. ESES was a big winner last week, and it continued its gains this week with ESES. We had somebody bring up Wonderport. Wonderport, OTC stock, 35% gain today. Really nice to see $813,000 being traded in that stock. Very, 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 you know, interesting to see that stock up so high like that. To see that stock so high out there. Again, ACAL I see here in the chat room is very popular with some of you guys today. Almost $1.6 million today traded in ACAL. Let's look at that chart real quick. That's really interesting to see. ACAL, ACOL. This is a stock that's been killing it. I don't know what's going on here. And if you're one of these people, who is in ACOL, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, because I know I've talked a lot of shit about this stock. I talked a lot of crap about this stock in December. I didn't think it was going to do anything. I didn't think it could ever do anything. And sure enough, this stock goes to Pluto. You know, shout out to everybody who was in ACAL, man. You know, and in fact, let me give you guys a round of applause, man. congratulations to you. You know, I remember specifically, man, this is trash. This is garbage. It's not going anywhere. But that's a beautiful looking chart. That's a beautiful looking chart, man. You know, and this was, again, this is what happens, you know, those double zeros. Those double zeros, you know. And speaking of double zeros, my USEI is slowly climbing up. That USEI gained about 18% today. Is it trying? It's trying to figure itself out. It will eventually. I'm not even paying too much attention on that one. But ACAL, you know, let me see here. Percentage. Because I want to see what percentage move that is. Because I know. Let me see here. This was a serious move here, man. I want to see what this move was. And this is, again, a stock, you know, we can go back to what? 0034. All right, 0034. Let me see. And then we're at what right now? We're at 0.029. And that's 752%. 752% gained on the stock since December 20th. Since December 20th, 752%. And you know, we're talking about penny stocks, so let's say a $300 investment. $300 investment, 752% gain. All right. You're looking at about $2,500 right now in your account for about 30 days worth of work. That's not bad. You out here just living your life. You put in $300, you're getting $2,500 out. That's the truth. 28% gain today alone. 28% gain today alone. That's what you get for being patient. Now, they don't all do this, but a lot of them do. A lot of them do. I think now you're pretty high on the stock right now, though, right? I mean, I wouldn't jump in at this point looking at where we are now on the chart. I mean, we're pretty high up there, way above the 20-day moving average, as you can see on the chart. You know, way above the 4 and the 8. You're just asking to get shitted on if you were to jump in now. So if it's something you're interested in, I'll probably wait for a pullback. Here's the 5-day chart where we can see the pullback has already kind of started here. You see the pullback has already kind of started here on the 5-day chart. As toward the end of the day, we started going into below the 20 on the daily chart, 5-minute daily, 1-minute chart, excuse me. And not too bad here. So shout out to everybody who was in that, but you know. Yes, indeed. Get the yodel there. Get the yodel there. David from Investors Hangout says there's going to be a pullback on that one tomorrow. I believe it too. I believe it too. Now there's some guys who've mentioned that they can short these. You know, at $250 a share, right? Because you're playing the 250 rule. I don't know how some of you guys short this stuff. I don't doubt you can, but I mean, you know, can you make any money doing that? You know, shorting a 2-cent stock? I don't know. If somebody does know, please let me know. Give me a call. The lines are open right now. 305-600-2896. All right. With that being said, let's look at what other stocks to talk about today. What else here? Looking at what I don't understand is this stock, BTUUQ. Please don't get caught up in BTUUQ. The judge has came out and said that the investors basically have no chance of being saved. Yet this stock is continuing to run. You know, these will be bag holders in training right now. Whoever's buying BTUUQ, they're bag holders in training. The stock, you know, give it a rest, guys. Give it a rest, please. Please give it a rest. BTUUQ, Peabody Energy. Just give it a rest, guys. All right. EAPH, Eastern Pharmaceuticals, EAPH. This is another one that's running very aggressively. EAPH. In fact, let me see here. What did they put on today? 22% gain in the stock today. This is another one that's been a multiple day gainer. It's got a beautiful 30-day chart. This is a stock that started, again, another stock that started in the double 0 points, right? So again, this like the stock just before we talked about BTUUQ ACall. This is another one that started in the double 0 territory. Now it's even higher than ACall, trading at now a nickel a share, about 0.0519, gained 22% today. Eastern Pharmaceuticals. So shout out to EAPH and anybody who's in that one. That goes back to the power of showing you that, sometimes, these stocks can continue to run. Here's a 1-year chart. Looks like the gain started back in October 13th, when we started as low as, 0016. 0016. EAPH, 0016 for EAPH. Those were where the gains started. Now you're at about a nickel a share. You've gained over 3,000% in 4 months. All right, that's 3,000% in 4 months in EAPH. 3,000% in EAPH. Big move there. Shout out to everybody who was in that. Yeah, TXTM is a powerhouse. And David, what's really interesting in TXTM is TXTM only traded about $250,000. About $250,000. In fact, if we look at TXTM on the market view chart, TXTM, as you can see here, actually no, sorry, it was QSIM that traded about $250,000. QSIM, TXTM traded $1.4 million. All right, so TXTM breaking the $1 million mark there. Let's see if that volume can maintain. All right, that's a lot of money in the stock. So we'll see if they maintain. I think the big stock to watch tomorrow is that QSIM, being that only $250,000 sent the stock 360% on $250,000. Can you imagine what $1 million could do to QSIM tomorrow if it gets that kind of volume? That's if it gets that kind of volume. I don't care whoever's in QSIM, they can sell out tomorrow. If $1.4 million comes into QSIM, we're looking at possibly another 300% day or more. All right, not saying that could happen. I'm just saying. Again, when we talk about robo trading, look, $124 million. This is robo trading here. This is big fund money. This is not people like you and me going into dries. You're dealing with a robot here, right? With a big fund manager with a couple robots when we talk about $124 million going into a stock. I'm sorry, but that's not small investors like you and me. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. All right. So let's go back to the charts here. ESPS, before we wrap up the show, ESES, $2 gained on that one, 48% today on the stock. This is another stock that had been very, very bearish going into the day. Not dries bearish, but bearish indeed. All right, a little bit of a slope here. Just found a bottom and bounced off of it, man. Just found a bottom and bounced off of it. It was no significant news. I see here they signed a contract to expand operations in Oklahoma. But, I mean, will a contract extension really move the stock almost 50, 60%, which was the high today? Expansion into Oklahoma. Maybe I'm underplaying the stock a little bit. Nice move there on ESES. Nice move there on ESES. Let me see here. This is the move on ESES. This is the last 3 days of trading in the stock. Maybe the chart that I just put up was slightly misleading. As we can see here, we zoom in a little bit. We can see here we broke a recent high, and it's continuing to move higher. And it's breaking lower highs because we're just seeing higher highs and higher lows. All right, we're seeing those higher lows showing up in the stock. Not bad on that one. Not bad on that one at all. ESES. That's on the list for tomorrow as well. It said Dries is going to hit. Well, Dries is already above $1. What do you mean? Dries is going to hit $1. Dries is going to hit $1. What do you mean on that? What do you mean on that? Stephen B. all day, every day, man, 24/7. You know, internet marketing, trading, primarily both of those. You know, affiliate marketing. Own a couple other websites, eBay, little Amazon selling here and there. Also going to garage sales, finding little things. I don't know. For me, man, I got to the point where I'd rather hustle 24/7 than work for somebody else, man. I'd rather hustle 24/7 instead of working for anybody else. That's just how I feel. You know, I don't care what it is. My income varies month to month as an entrepreneur, but the freedom, you know, I can't put that anywhere. You know, I can't put that anywhere. I just limit my expenses. But I'd rather hustle than work for anybody. 703, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Scott, what's up? It's me, Fish again.
Hey, what's going on with you, man?
Sorry, call you twice. I go to work, right? And you know any good apps that can allow me to trade on my phone without a computer?
Yes, Robinhood. Robinhood is probably the number one app for trading, and it's free. I'm sure you're familiar with Robinhood, are you?
Yeah, I am, but I've seen Robinhood, and they don't do a lot of penny stocks.
Okay, so you want access to OTC.
Right.
Do you like TD or E-Trade's platform?
I don't mind it if I can do it on my phone because the computer at my work blocks it.
Yeah, I know with TD Ameritrade, I like TD's mobile app even better than E-Trade's. But TD Ameritrade, I like their mobile app. And yes, you can trade OTC stocks, of course. E-Trade as well. They allow OTC trading. But yeah, both of those apps have mobile apps. I like TD's mobile app a lot better for mobile.
Cool. Oh yeah, and that event that you did a while back, thank you. I don't care what people say about you. Sometimes that event is like great.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
And all those other people, fuck what other people say. If you need to vent, fucking vent. Because a lot of people are thinking the same thing, but they don't want to say it.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man.
Because the funny thing is, someone said that the equity fee that you said, someone just said it's cheaper than Scott to trade.
Yeah. I mean, equity feed is cheaper than stock to trade. Look, the thing about stock to trade is Tim took stock to trade from equity feed. He had a similar kind of situation that I have now with equity feed. And he basically took their entire software, got somebody to rewrite it, and slapped stocks to trade on it, and now he's pushing it as his software. But if you pull up stocks to trade and you pull up, like equity feed, you can tell it's equity feed. That's basically what it is. And he's added a couple nuts and bolts and it jacked up the price. But for the most part, it is what it is. It's still equity feed at its base. And that's why I believe, again, if you guys sign up for 2 weeks free, equity feed, don't give me anything for that. It's just something to spread that knowledge if you want to keep track of these gainers. And, you can guys sign up for this for the program and get 2 weeks free.
Sure, if it can make me money and save me money at the same time, I will hop on it like a mother lover.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Because the funny thing is, what you said about the equity tree to start trade is the same thing what Internet Explorer did to Firefox. Because Firefox was the original tab Explorer, and someone from Internet Explorer took someone from Firefox and put in the tabs in Internet Explorer too.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it became the new norm.
Wow. Yeah, again, I mean, that's, it's sad, but sometimes that's just how, business is. But, but equity feed, again, man, it's a great software. They're giving it to you guys 2 weeks free. If you want to catch these runners before they really get to a price where, you're wondering, man, how did I miss that move? And how can I really stay abreast of these moves? You do that by, being able to have a resource that can bring you that information. And Equity Feed is that platform that can bring you that information. You know what I mean? It can bring you that information when you need it, as soon as you need it. And again, it's live too, by the way. It's not delayed. I wish this was during the trading day. I can show you guys this screen completely live. Somebody said I should stream the chart during the day. I probably will think about doing that. But again, you can break it down.
Twice a week.
Right. I should look into doing that. You can break it down by sectors as well. You guys probably can't see this, but you can, you don't see me going through it, but go to computer hardware, and different, consumer good, all type of, and you get every single stock within that sector and how they're running completely live. So you really never, are behind the market in any way. But more importantly, it's a way for you to be able to jump on a stock, be able to capture gains, and then move on to something else. And you're always staying on top of what's the hottest stock of the day.
Damn, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that is so much easier.
Yeah.
Shit. But I do thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot for the call, bro.
All right. Thank you. Have a good evening.
You as well. You as well. All right. So again, you can find, the biggest losers of the day, biggest gainers of the day, biggest volume of the day. I don't know if you guys can. Let me see if you guys can. You probably can't see me if, because I know you don't see me going through the filters, right? Nah, you can't see the filters when I pull up the filters. I see you don't see that. But I'll figure a way how to make you guys be able to see that as I go through the filters. But nice little, way to trade. Nice little way to trade there. All right. Nice way to trade there. So shout out to everybody on that. Thank you very much for the call, my man. Thank you for the call. All right. And again, you guys can show. Yes, it does have level 2. Yes, it does have level 2. It does have level 2. You can use level 2 with equity feed. You get the time and sales, of course. You do get level 2 trading, free as well with the platform. You're going to get that free too if you sign up with equity feed. You're going to get that free of charge as well. All right, let me see if I can pull this up and show you guys. I might be able to. Let's see. Can I do that? Yes, it is pulling it up here. So you guys can see that. So this is the level 2 screen. As you can see, the market is not live right now, so you're not seeing anything. But all the stocks you want to look at, your heart's desire, it's absolutely free level 2, and you can get it again free using equity feed. So HEB, you're not going to be able to see anything right now because the market is closed. All right, see a cute, maybe 1 or 2 orders that are already in there. What's hot right now after hours? Dries. Let's see, do we have any orders we can pull up on Dries? All right, so not much as we can see here. But again, Dries is another one that has a really hot level 2 screen. Really hot level 2 screen during the day, and you'll be able to pull that up using equity feed. All right, you're able to pull that up using equity feed. If I can also pull up let me see here, the market screener in terms of news. Because a lot of people say, well, how do I get in touch with these FDA announcements? How do I, able to stay in front of, the FDA and when somebody's approved for an FDA announcement? Well, here's how you do that. Here's how you do that. With this FDA screen here, with this news screen here, you're able to stay abreast of news in the market. All right, so let me see if I can. All right, let's zoom you guys in there a little bit better. Let me see. I think this is better. You guys can see that a lot better. All right, so you can basically be able to see here the different types of news sources. All right, you can search by stock. Well, this is completely live. I'm watching this live right now. As you're watching this, this is stocks that are releasing news. This is live as we speak right now. All right, news that's hits. It completely live right now. Completely live right now. These are headlines that are being released to the market. Again, you're going to get that free, including in your trial, your 2-week trial. But don't sign up for the 2-week trial until you're ready. Until you're ready to trade, ready to make some money. You got picks. You got enough trades. Don't sign up and you only got 1 day trade to make. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you are prepared and ready to trade and profit off this news and this information. As you can see here, you can, if you only want NASDAQ stocks, If you only want OTCB stocks, all right, this is OTC. Or maybe you only want Pink Sheet news. This is if you only want Pink Sheet news, you can sign up for only Pink Sheet news. All right, you can go through and select your markets, types of stocks, the new type of news you want. All right, whether you want filings, you can filter the news by price of the stock, by volume, whatever it is. You can use certain keywords. All right, let's say I'm only looking for an FDA announcement. So I would type in FDA. All right, type in FDA. And let me see here. And there it is. That's my list of everything FDA today that came out today. FDA. As you can see here, you can just keep that. If you all you do is if you plays FDA plays. And sure enough, today earlier we had an FDA play in ENDP. As you guys can see there. All right. So shout out to all the people, man. Go ahead and get yourself acclimated with that software, and make yourself some money. Make yourself some money. All right. Make yourself some money. All right, appreciate that, guys. What else you guys got going on there? Let me see here. USEI. Yeah, USEI was pretty active today. That's a long-term play. I'm not even worried about it. Just let it add on to the money, baby. Let it add on to the money. All right. NOUV. All right, NOUV. Oh, we in here heavy tonight. 132 people. Shout out to everybody watching. Please let your friends know about me, friends and family. Post me on your Facebook if you can. Appreciate it. NOUV. Not bad today. 55% gain in the stock. 16 million shares traded. Okay. I like what's going on here. Flagging a little bit to the right. Looks like volume's drying up just a little bit here. As we can see here, there's a lot more gaps than we seen earlier in the chart. So it looks like volume's drying up a little bit. I don't like seeing that. I actually like to see these dots back here and then all the, patterns being filled in. All right. But so it looks like majority of that was like really large buying. As you can see here today, here's the 1-day chart. See a lot of gaps in here. I don't like seeing all these gaps. That means there were no trades during that time. So what we're seeing right now in NOUV is we're seeing, the stock building up. So that means that, it's still building up to becoming something. And this could be the new EAPH. So if you're willing to go long on something like this, why not? Why not? Equity Feed does not have paper trading. No, they do not, unfortunately, have paper trading. They do not have paper trading. Yeah, if you guys could do me a favor, appreciate that for bringing that up. If you're not going to donate any money, at least donate a like. If you're not going to donate any money, go ahead and donate a like and press like underneath this video. I prefer you donate a brother $5, $10, $15, whatever you got. I'm going to start a GoFundMe. I keep forgetting to start this GoFundMe because I want to, get into video editing and all that stuff like that. You guys want me to chop up all this stuff, and that takes processing power. Your boy's running on an awesome graphics card. Shout out to Investors Hangout for the graphics card and everybody who donated. I got a Ferrari graphics card and I got a Toyota Tercel motherboard. That's my situation right now. I got a Toyota Tercel for a damn processor. So it's trying to get it done, but it's not, it's not moving. It's not moving. And if I'm going to do that for this show, then y'all going to have to chip in. So I'm going to get that started. All right. Sooner or later. I'll eventually get it. Will Free F ever bounce back? I mean, Free F could bounce back. You're at 002. 002, if you can grab some 001 shares, why not? It's still a publicly traded company that's, putting out news and putting out updated filings. The problem is that it's got a lot of shares, so they got to, get some shares off the list. But we'll see. As we can see, it's going into that dormant kind of move where it starts to go into that dormant phase where they starts trending a lot lower. So I wouldn't get in now. I'll probably wait for a while. Because, you know, like a lot of stocks do, and they go into that dormant phase. So as you can see here, Free F is going into that dormant phase. And who knows how long this could be. You know, we've seen these phases end for, you know, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. So if you've got the patience for it, by all means, then sure. I don't know how long this can be. How long that can be. All right. You said only donate if donate if you don't have experience. That's why you donate. Because you want to keep it coming. Donate even if you don't have experience. All right. With that being said, let me go ahead and put out the stocks for the night. With that being said, we looked at so many stocks today, and I can't wait to see how some of these stocks end tomorrow. Again, I'm really looking forward to the biggest gainer today on the stock, which was TXTM as well as QSIM. Again, QSIM only $252,000 was in the stock today, and the stock was up 300% on 250 grand. Can you imagine the kind of money that's going to move into that stock tomorrow? Based on that kind of move? Yes, Equity Feed is free for 2 weeks. 2 weeks free, so make sure you're prepared for it. If you're going to use Equity Feed, make sure you're prepared for it. Don't just sign up and waste that time. You get 2 weeks free. All right, so make sure you study. Make sure you already got some stocks you want to lie. You already got some day trades lined up. You got your money right, because you want to be able to use those 2 weeks to your maximum benefit, so you can turn around, and once that 2 weeks is over, you got some gains in order to pay that monthly fee to keep it going, because you want to continue to get paid. All right, you want to continue to get paid. Yeah, Equity Feed is cheaper. Yeah, it is cheaper than Tim Sykes, and he took it from Equity Feed. He basically took it from Equity Feed, and that's one of the things they wanted me to let y'all know, that please let them know he stole it from us. Please let them know. Them Indians. Please let them know he stole the software from us. Tell them they stole it from us. That he took the software. But yeah, he wanted me to let y'all know that. But that he took it from them. All right, so shout out to Equity Feed for the awesome software. Again, that's 2 weeks free. Right now for Equity Feed, and that's going to be out there for a while, right? That's going to be out there for a while. They're not changing that anytime soon. So, that's for y'all to know that. All right. Let me see here, and I think I had a tweet on that. Let me see here. There it goes. That's the tweet that came out. There's the proof right there. Right out of the horse's mouth. Right there, man. Come on, Stocks to Trade. Stop bullshitting. That Stocks to Trade is the brainchild from your experience as traders. You stole it all from Equity Feed. Thieves. Scum. There it is. That's what they said right there. So, he's changed it so much where they can't sue, but you can pretty much tell where he got it from. All right, so I've been told to put the truth out there, and it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, and shout out to Equity Feed too. They got a new product coming out called Scans. I've already been using Scans over here on this show. I've already been using Scans over here on this show, as you guys can tell when I post up, when somebody has bought, 100,000 shares of so-and-so stock, and they came out and posted some proof on that one too. Before Tim Sykes copies that one and then claims it as theirs. And they said it right here today. They said that right here today. First look at Scans in case Tim Sykes and Stocks to Trade, aka the shysters, copy it, and say it's theirs. All right? So you got to understand, man, that Tim Sykes, man, you know, you got to watch him sometimes, man. Again, not shitting on nobody, just keeping it 100. Not shitting on nobody, just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I said. That's what they said. I know some of y'all going to run around and tell Tim Sykes. I know some of y'all in here, some of you coons in here going to run around and tell Massa, because y'all love running the Massa. Hey, that black guy from Happy Penny Stocks, he's talking shit about you on your show. Y'all love running and telling Massa. Anyway, again, let me go ahead and get this finished out so we can close the show out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But with that being said, let me go and put these stocks up. QSIM, TXTM, ISBG, NYKO, PLX, CLRB. And somebody had brought up DDX. What was that about? DDDX. I wrote it down, but we hadn't looked at it yet. DDDX. 13 cents a share. It's Industrial Machinery and Equipment Company. Okay, don't know much about it. You guys are going to have to do your research on it. I can't remember who brought it up, but I wrote it because that person is pretty influential in the chat room. WDRP. NAK. I should have wanted. I wanted to ask that real estate guy about a company called AMH, ticker AMH, and the company is called American Homes for Rent. Sinclair, I don't know if you've heard about this, but it's a publicly traded company that basically buys homes in the ghettos all over America, and they rent them out to people. It's called American Homes for Rent, and that's all they do is they buy these like 20K, 30K, 40K houses, and they own like 10,000 properties or some ridiculous number like that, and then they rent them out. American Homes for Rent. I didn't even know you can do that, but it's a publicly traded company. They own, I don't know about 10,000 houses, but they own over 1,000 homes. Over 1,000 homes. Something to that extent. Enough to make them a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange. So they own homes, they own apartments. It's a big ass real estate company. They've got a $5 billion market cap, so they got a ton of assets. $21 a share, but you know. All right. But the chart looks really nice. All right, NAK, WRB, NOK. Let me see, Nokia. What's Nokia been doing? I know Nokia is a penny stock now, right? I remember when Nokia was like a $70 company, man. I remember when Nokia was like the shit. Way back when. Nokia now trades at $4.50, man. They just got left behind in the hardware space. I remember when everybody wanted a Nokia phone. Now Nokia is a joke. Trading at $4 a share, and looks like it's still losing money. All right. That's pretty much it. That's the wrap up right now. PTCO is another one that's up. That PTCO, it's an oil and gas company. It's a pump right now on the oil and gas play. It's the one that I've been following because I've been trying to, get this stock to crash on itself, but it's still not doing it. It's pissing me off. But PTCO, Petrogas, they're actually on Twitter too. PTCO is another one that's being pumped right now. All right. Again, if you can, go ahead and like this. MJ is another one. MJ. Here's one that's at 0006. And it's really nice about MJ. This is a 000 stock that's just starting up, right? So here's one of those companies that we see that go into that dormant phase where it was at 0001 and nothing's moving, everybody's buying shares, and this is stock finally breaking out. All right, so MJ breaking out at 0006. If you jump on MJ, you're just gonna have to let it do its thing. It can very well be one of those companies that gets into the 0020s, 30s, and really moves. But MJ right now at 0006. If you get into it, wait for the long term. All right. That's a stock you're probably looking at a month and a half wait on. All right, at 0006, because to move from the triples to the doubles, it takes some time. I mean, you're only at 0006. The doubles is right. 00012. You could make that very quickly here on MJMJ. Looks like you got some really strong volume moving the stock here. All right. A couple other stocks real quick before we get out of here. You guys know I can go all night, man. Some of y'all don't love this as much as I do. And I know some of you guys love this just as much as I do, because y'all can go up here 5-6 hours with me. MPET, $11, $11.63. MPET, yeah, this is more sophisticated small cap company. Still a nano cap, only $68 million market cap. All right, still a very small company, but really expensive at $11 a share. But if you like it, I mean, it's got a nice chart, though. I can't deny that. It's got a nice chart, but definitely higher price. Low float, though. It is a low float, and that's probably why it's a lot more expensive. Not too many shares out there. All right. So those are some of my favorite OTC plays right now. As I just posted in the chat room, there is the float. So you guys look at those stocks tonight, maybe tomorrow. Don't hesitate to call in tomorrow. Same time, same place. You guys know how we go, 2.5 hours of nothing but wonderful, wonderful, wonderful opportunities to get in front of some money. Every single day, you guys see these stocks are higher. So every single day, you got an opportunity to make some money. Every single day, you've got an opportunity to make some money on OTC stocks. All right? There is not one day that we don't have a show and we don't have at least one stock up 50% plus. 50% plus. But to get in front of that stock, you need to be able to see it going higher. And that's why guys want you guys to eventually prepare yourselves to take advantage of what Equity Feed is doing for you guys. All right? With that being said, excellent show. I'll be back here same time, same place tomorrow. Same time, same place tomorrow. Please don't hesitate to call up. Give us your stocks. Don't feel intimidated or you don't know, or if you got a hot stock, you feel like other people should know about it. Give me a call. Give me a call. All right? Give me a call. All right? Yes, sir. Thank you, David. Investors Hangout. Those who don't have an account there, get an account there. Good people over there. Prolix, thank you so much for the call, man. Clayvon, El Yeti, Big Zini, thank you so much. 3 Hooks, Master 82, glad to see you back in the chat room. Cali Girl, thank you. Jorge, Jacob, Samuel Castell, Miss Maldonado, RWRDRP, Wonderport. Yeah, Wonderport's on our list. I put Wonderport on the list. It's moving. 87% gain in the stock today. It's on our list of stocks for tonight. WDRP. That's a beautiful chart. Who else is up here? Samuel Castillo, Sinclair. Appreciate the call. Michael B. Who else? Everybody in the chat room. Arnold Landu. Static Volt. Donkey Play. Steve. O Priorities. Nikhil. Joni. Dre. Jeff Thayer. All right. Mike Lazar. Who else? Devon. Desert Edge. Londell Carter. Bill Betts. What's going on, Bill Betts? Skrill. All right. All you guys in the chat room, man. Kanika Washington. I hope I pronounced your name right. T-Man. Appreciate it, man. Dre, have a good night. Thank you, sir. 3 Hooks. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll see you guys back here. Of course, to go ahead and sign up for the Discord room. If you haven't already, Discord room is a nice place to chat with us. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Steve Gailey. Appreciate it, man. Steve Gailey, thanks a lot for the call. Master 82, yes, sir. All right, guys, take care, because I'll be here for another hour if I don't kick myself off. Take care, everyone. Good night.